want to see some of this.
Hello, welcome to CHADVICE. What's your name, your pronouns, and what's your problem?
Oh my God, I'm freaking out. My name is Nick Hill. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a huge fan, Hassan. I love you, dude.
Your Rage here.
I see a lot of myself in you. Hi, Rage. I love you
Rage.
too. You guys are great.
Love Rage. One of the only two good Joshes.
Hassan, what you do is really important. But yeah, I'm gonna get into my stuff. You know, I'm 28 years old.
Giving your government name on the Hasanabi broadcast is remarkably bold.
In the Midwest. I'm gonna keep things vague. My name is my name.
You did give your full government name when you came in. You came in hot. So.
Yeah, that's my full name. I mean, Nick Hill is just Nick Hill's a full name. That's my name.
Nick Hill. That's a cool name.
Oh, I would have just stopped.
And that is,
yes.
wait,
yeah.
No, I think it's a very common name.
Okay.
It's a very common Indian name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indian.
What? Oh.
All right.
So yeah, I live in the Midwest, and
you need to stop gradually zoning in on where it is you are precisely and who it is you are.
About a year and a half ago, I was broke, living at home, not a lot of prospects, and I just started talking to someone online, and it's been like a year and a half, and we've like developed a good relationship, kind of, about each other's lives and everything, and ask her to like, be my girlfriend, or like at least start dating, to like start to seriously consider being, together.
Question.
I guess, yep.
Have you had Discord sex with her yet?
Good pull, Rage.
No.
Okay,
Well, I was gonna get to that. Well,
Have you seen her in person?
I was gonna get to intimacy. We've met in person. Well, we're gonna meet in person tomorrow.
I think that virtually all discourse about the utility, viability, or like importance of, a word such as the N-word kind of exists solely within and for Black people in Black culture. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's, if individuals of color want to speak more intimately about how they believe the normalization of a slur that spawned of chattel slavery is something worth condemning, then sure. But like, I think that it's just in no way, shape, or form my position to police, because the word doesn't affect me,
Hopefully. Well, we're gonna meet in person tomorrow. Hopefully.
Okay.
And that's what I'm gonna ask her.
Never in person before.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at some point, sure.
No.
Well, briefly.
Oh,
very brave. It was like very briefly, and I don't think she would remember it. So like, it's not. She's a little famous. I guess. She's a little famous.
Why wouldn't she remember it?
I'm gonna get to it. She's actually I consider her famous. She's a sex worker. She's like a moderately famous porn star.
Oh, you're getting catfished.
And we've maintained like a consensual relationship. I haven't, like I told you, I was broke. I was not a subscriber.
Have they talked on like official channels? Like,
I was not like sending her gifts. I wasn't doing none of that. We were just talking.
Look at him already. He's already preloading that he's not a simp.
Yeah, he preloading that motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay,
but
keep going. Yeah.
I mean, like, so that's because what I'm trying to get is that like if we meet, and I've told other people this before, if we just have sex, I would be kind of disappointed, because that's not really what I'm looking for. I think she's kind of a wonderful person, and I'm trying to initiate like an actual relationship here. And the reason I'm asking for advice.
She's a porn star.
She's a porn star. Yeah. So the reason I'm asking this question is because Hassan, you've in the past have dated a sex worker. So when I genuinely from the bottom of my heart say her vocation does not bother me, right? That like, her job was her.
In that moment, Rage felt like I could tell that there was like, they had an incredibly male moment there. This was an incredibly male moment. That was if looks could dap,
job, and then like who she is at home is who she like. That's a different person.
What kind of meat are you working with? Let me just cut right to the chase.
How big is your cock?
Because you gotta.
I will say
you need to be able to go meat for meat with a lot of these guys. Yeah. I won't recommend this to the meatless.
I will say
you're fine.
I'm an intimate person. I like intimacy. I like to go for a long time and a good time. Like, I think I'm a good lover. I think I can like, because porn sex is not real sex. I've
Yeah.
had real sex, and real sex is like intimate, and you laugh, and it's really fun, and like.
Okay.
So I think it's.
I mean, like, maybe on occasion. I don't look, man. I mean, like, I don't think that that's hitting intensity really, but like, I don't know.
It can be beautiful.
Wait,
so
y'all be
like,
just laughing while you fucking and shit? He said you laugh.
Sex workers.
If you're fucking for hours, you're gonna laugh at some point.
What, who's got time to do that all the like? What is this? Is weird posturing? Like.
Yeah,
listen. Not every sex worker is a size queen.
And when you laugh,
for the record, they're not all size queens.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody really is a size queen. You can like
no, they exist.
I can measure myself.
No, I think they.
Question.
I'm around like.
The reason why I asked that question wasn't whether you're capable of satisfying her. The reason why I said that is because, like,
you need to have the confidence to not feel bothered by them.
Are you comfortable with your unit? Because some of these guys have, some of these guys are working with whoppers.
Mandingos, gang.
And it's not for the faint of heart. If you're gonna be in a,
you gotta feel. It doesn't have to be big. You just have to not feel insufficient. You know,
relationship with someone, you're gonna. As long as you're confident, then it's not a problem.
I'm not above watching her scenes. I've seen like her stuff. But
Rage is like, all right, bro.
It's like making a woman come is fun, right? Okay. I like to do it. I like to eat.
Yeah.
I'm an eater. Okay. I'll be honest about that.
Okay.
So
I'll be honest. Like, to stop acting like that's not something people like to share. Nick.
Well, like I can do that for like a long time. I've been with women, and I feel like I can like handle it. I'm not incompetent.
Okay. When you
I'm
say
not
you go
incompetent
for hours,
around a vagina.
When you say you go for hours, is that on one nut or you nutting multiple times?
Nikhil? Okay.
I mean, when you're going for hours, sex is all about like it's about.
I don't understand this. What do you like? There are times in which sure, going for a long time is fun, but like, does he expect this to be every time they fuck?
Like build up and then you eat. You do oral. You do like do different positions. You like nutting is not the point. It's about pleasuring them, right? Yeah. You got to pleasure each other. So like,
but it gets to a point. How many hours? We talking 3 hours. You're not eating pussy 45 minutes, and then you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Like
who's he trying to convince? Well, I'll be honest. You are in front of like probably somewhere around 40,000 people here.
Wait,
are you not eating pussy for 45 minutes?
Let's get to.
Probably not. He's probably eating pussy until you would, or I don't know. I don't even know if Rage eats.
Let's get to the question because we got other people too. This is a wonderful conversation. But what's the issue? What's the sensitive problem here?
Well, what I was trying to get at is what I'm saying is, will I get into this relationship not thinking of externalities that I'm not considering now? Because I was asking you specifically because you might have experience with this. Am I overshooting what kind of jealousy I'm stepping into? Am I like?
You won't know until you do it, bro. You won't know your capacity to endure jealousy or like the premise of like threatening sort of like sexualities unless you're like in it, you know?
What kind of things am I not thinking about at this moment when I like genuinely care for this person?
Okay. Well, first of all, a couple things. Number one, you're not getting catfish, right? Like you got the follow on Instagram and stuff. Like you've definitely checked to make sure that this is not like
we have each other's phone numbers. We've like sent each other's videos. I've sent her like my ID, and she sent me like videos of herself. Like, yeah. Wait, hold on. We've chatted like
AI goes crazy. Have y'all been on like FaceTime before?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We FaceTimed.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
I don't think that was too bad of a. I don't think it's that bad. I actually don't think that I don't think that was a bad pause. There was a little pause, but he was he was like, yes. Maybe it was like we talked over a different, like, I don't know, like a Discord or something, but I didn't think that was too long a pause.
Okay. You sent your ID. That's a little crazy, but all right.
Well, I wanted to give her the peace of mind because I'm like, I don't want her to meet like a complete stranger. And this is like, I don't know, this might be in her personal life. She's not charging me for this shit. You know what I mean? Like, she's not on the clock.
Yeah, hopefully.
So
And that's not even a
Am I-
You
conversation.
mentioned
Like, I'm
that
trying
he's
to
on
give
his way
her-
there.
Wait, what?
oh yes, yeah, I'm trying to meet her tomorrow. Yeah, I'm on the way to Chicago right now, so I'm trying to meet her
Okay,
tomorrow.
okay, you're revealing too much information. Stop
Yo!
What?
I'm on the way to Chicago right now, so I'm trying to meet her
Okay,
tomorrow.
okay,
Oh my God.
you're revealing too much information.
Yo!
Stop revealing. Stop revealing all
My
this
brother.
sensitive information.
Wait, has she
Sorry.
relayed to you that she wants like that type of relationship with you that's not just sex? Like she likes you for who you are and she wants to have like an, you know?
She's basically said like she's never dated younger than herself, but I've like made her reconsider that, and now
Wow,
she's
this
like,
doesn't sound super real.
she said
but-
like if I could date you, I would, and I was like, okay, let's try to make that reality, and then I was like, let's
on a
meet up this
Hasanabi
weekend.
stream
So-
is crazy.
Okay,
I'm
question
heading to
for you
Chicago.
also. There is one angle that you may have considered or you might not have considered. I am a little bit of a free spirit. My parents basically gave up on me, right? They're Turkish, but they gave
Yeah.
up on me when I told them I was dating a
Oh.
porn star. So what's the parent
Dude,
angle
thank
here
God
for you?
said this. Yes. Okay. I told my friends, and that's all they talked about. They just asked me about my parents, and I did not even like consider because I don't give a fuck. I'll be honest. I'm also a fail son. My parents do not give a shit about me.
Ooh,
So
okay.
Okay.
if they're like,
Mine are
they're-
just dead.
if they have a problem with it, here's the thing: worst case scenario, I get her pregnant, my parents are gonna kick out the kid. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait.
I think they'll keep the kid.
Wait, what
That's
is
a crazy worst case scenario. That's like a really bad worst case scenario.
He said that like that's some
Well,
little shit.
I am repeating something I was told. So that's not like something I considered, but
So
somebody
your
said
parents
that to me.
brought this
I
up
was like,
to you
okay,
randomly
that's
where they were
insane.
like, Nikhil, like if you ever in a
Concerning he already has a full life plan. Does it sound like he has a full life plan?
hypothetical scenario,
Like, I don't know. I mean,
worst case scenario.
Parents are gonna kick out the kid. You know, here's the thing: worst case scenario, I get her pregnant, my parents are gonna kick out the kid.
that's not a life plan. He's thinking about the worst possible scenario.
You know what I mean? Like,
Wait.
I think they'll
But also, I hate to say this, I don't think she's gonna keep that kid.
keep the kid.
Wait, what he said that like that's some
Well,
little shit.
I am repeating something I was told. So that's not like something I considered, but
So
somebody
your
said that
parents
to me.
brought this
I was
up
like,
to you
okay,
randomly
that's
where they were
insane.
like, Nikhil, like if you ever in a hypothetical scenario
Love makes people delusional. I think that it's incredibly generous to call this love right now, King.
impregnate a porn star, we will kick the kid out. Like not you, not the porn star,
No,
just
no,
the
no,
kid.
no.
I don't even understand this.
Actually, they had said this, but not about a porn star. They just said if I get anybody pregnant, they will kick me out and keep the kid.
Oh, it keeps
So
the kid.
I'm saying I
that's
don't
crazy.
think that. Yeah, they would kick me out and then they would like raise the kid.
Wait,
But
did you say
I
his
think
age?
like that's okay. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, he says 28.
My age, I'm 28.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. If my son was living with me, he had a kid at 20, I'm kicking his ass out too. What the fuck? Talking about, go get the fuck out, you wanna have a kid. Nigga, what?
No, but like 28, you're
Well, okay,
kicking
with
him out
like
to
Indian
raise the
parents.
kid.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be a man, nigga.
listen, with Indian parents, trying to move out is impossible with like immigrant parents. These people will not let you go. Like,
It's wild to be considered a fail son and have like convey that your parents are indifferent to your presence and also be like, can't move out.
try like actually try to move out with these people. It's impossible.
This feels like a remarkable impasse of cultural imperatives and carnal desires. I don't.
Okay, so
I have
you're-
money, man. I've had like a job for like a while. I can like move
Okay,
out. But,
so
like,
a question,
like,
like,
save money,
or
save
what
money.
I will tell you, angle wise, like the reason why I asked is, like, when I was with my partner, who is a porn star, she did not actually do any other shoots. Like it was on her own volition. I didn't care. Like I was like, you can do whatever you want. There were many advantages to it as well, as far as exploration and things of that nature. But except for one instance, she did one shoot and I didn't really care about it. I had no like we had a more open relationship. And so I wasn't, it didn't bother me at all. But then again, I'm very confident with what I bring to the table. So that's the reason why I was saying it's not, it's not for everybody.
I thought,
Yeah, I dated a porn star.
no.
What?
I heard that. She was actively doing porn when you were dating her.
No, she was on hiatus. But I didn't care. Like I was like, you can do whatever you want. It wasn't for me.
Oh,
You know?
Interesting. Okay.
True.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Caller.
When you say you didn't care, does that mean you didn't care about her? What does that mean?
No, like I didn't care if she would do porn or not. It was a more open relationship.
So you was fucking hoes too, is what you was saying.
Okay.
You dirty dog. Wait. So Nick,
Rage is good, man.
kill. Is she retiring, or is she gonna keep doing her scenes as well if y'all get together? Do you know that? Did you have a conversation about that?
She shoots very sporadically because she has children. Like she has like 2 kids. So she shoots like maybe like, I don't know, a couple of weeks out of like every 3 months.
2
She doesn't
kids?
like leave her kids a lot, you know.
Oh,
She's in
my
the town
God.
all the time. She's just here. So she doesn't work all that often. Maybe she will later, but I don't mind it. Like I'd love to be a part of that world, you know. It doesn't like bother me.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I think
Like
there's only-
the point is like, are you gonna be confident if she was like, I am gonna do double pen, meats galore? Like, are you gonna be fine with that, or is that going to bother you?
I don't want to put her name on blast or anything, but she's dumb.
No,
you don't got
this
to.
is-
I promise
do
you don't
not
got to.
mention any of that. Okay, you already have given.
I'm not gonna. No.
That is definitely one thing you can't. Dating a sex worker is like learning about consent in like there's like a scientific theory associated with
anonymity.
it, and also learning about a lot of
Yeah, he
you
wasn't
know,
going to do that.
important parts of privacy.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something you got to be very careful about.
Yeah, don't ruin her motion, gang. Niggas not gonna be watching that shit if they know she got a boyfriend and shit. So
Well,
listen,
that wasn't the reason.
the only way to find out for real
I
is to dip your. You
it's
gotta
actual
link her
safety and
tomorrow,
security.
See what the vibes is in person. I feel like you can read her better eye to eye, really looking at her and having conversations. Nothing you could do right now, but really go into it. And you gotta be truthful with yourself, bro. You gotta be truthful that you all that. Knowing that she
Well, Rage is just he's actually just a very dynamic dude. He's very smart. He's well educated. He's fucking super funny. He's like very like ear to a lot of different like waves in like popular culture. Like he's just a very good conduit for like connection. You know what I mean? Like he's good at meeting and meeting people where they are. You know.
and double rail trained on big man dingoes down her throat, all that shit, it's not gonna fucking bother you. If that's not gonna bother you, I feel like you're gonna be straight. The rest
Hey
is
man,
up to her.
look, listen. I've got my own past. Okay, I've done like I don't want to put myself on blast either, but like
He's
I've
also
done crazy
Bro.
shit.
double.
I don't have.
No, I'm
any,
kidding.
no man.
Nikhil,
Wait,
stop,
wait,
Nikhil.
Man,
What
I'm
you
a straight
done? What you
man.
done,
I'm
gang?
a straight
Nikhil.
consistent dude. But like, I don't look. I put my name out here, but like, I don't have to like get into details. I'm trying to be anonymous with like this person that I want to be
Yeah.
serious with. You know,
Brother.
I want to like.
You seem
pursue a real
confident.
relationship
You
with,
seem
so-
confident. That's a good thing. If you
Thank you.
are, if it's not going to be an issue for you at all,
I'm trying to
then
put
go right for it.
Trying to put her. I'm trying to get her.
Hmm.
I'm trying to get her to watch you, man. I'm trying to get her to watch you.
What? This is where it just completely like unravels from person trying to get some sense of like wisdom or insight into a personal problem into like, bro, I just love you so much, man. I just think you're
Her and her kids, like as
her
like
kids to watch the Hasanabi broadcast.
a positive, view of masculinity, dog. So
Okay. All right. Well, cool. I mean, there's a lot of sex workers that are in this community. They watch. So
She should watch
all right.
Clavicular
Actually true, yeah.
no.
some real masculine shit.
Actually true.
Clavicular is gay as hell, bro.
He's gay?
I mean, that's the suspicion.
Look, the girlies and the gays have declared it so.
What?
hey, Hassan,
And I trust that.
I'm not. I don't know how much time I got left, man. But like, look,
Wrap
you're
it
really
up.
important to this movement. You're really important to the world.
Oh.
Keep doing what you're doing. I really love you. I've been on stream before. I was at the U of M rally. I'm
Bro,
really last
you
guy
are-
in line.
okay,
Shook
okay.
Brother,
my hand.
Stop.
Give me a fist
Stop.
bump.
Oh,
Stop.
wait, he brought
You
people, they've already found you.
keep
Stalker.
You keep,
Bye, Hassan.
no, he's
They've
not
already
bye.
found
He
you.
keeps leaking more private details about himself. I'm trying to save this man from himself.
Wait. Why?
They have already found you.
That was shocking to you? You think it's...
I mean, I don't pay attention
Have you
enough.
seen a video of Clavicular kiss a girl?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
pay
He
attention too
kisses
much.
like he's in a K drama. Like, have you ever seen like, in K dramas the way they
I
kiss?
haven't watched him kiss a girl. I'm
They
not gonna
kiss
lie.
like this. They kiss like this,
I mean,
like that.
No,
That's how he kisses
there is no passion coursing through that kiss.
the girl.
It's sterile. It's sexless. It's almost familial.
He kisses like Josh Hawley and his
Jesus
wife.
Christ, what the fuck is
Oh.
that?
Josh Hawley and his wife. Okay, all right. Next,
Yeah.
next chatter.
Bro kisses like a Republican congressman.
Clavicular is reading Arrow Ace, not just gay. Maybe.
What are these?
Arrow
words?
is aromantic. Ace is asexual.
I'm asexual.
That's not true.
I mean, wait, what? What the fuck?
I've seen the
No, see? Listen, that's what people's confusion with the asexuality is. I could do, like, that's me pleasuring my chat.
Clav is so plainly gay and not ace. Yeah, it seems to be. What is this?
I got government ops.
He is, this nigga in the car right now is the biggest political liberal political commentator on the planet, especially on the the left side of shit.
On the left side, like not the right side, like he on the right, he on the left.
Yeah, like you know what I mean by left, like Democrat, like you like left.
I've seen 1,000 Clavs. Yeah, men who are obsessed with male beauty and like curating beauty to the male gaze and like exalting and discussing the beauty of other men.
Further.
Oh, like liberal.
No, not a liberal. Further.
Left fucking.
A liberal elaboration. What you trying to say?
What you is? What you is?
I'm a
Socialist. He's a socialist.
Okay.
Yeah, you a socialist.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't like my what's it called chart? Remember that test I did? You're like, whoa. You're a little bit in the center.
I don't remember, but
My shit was like in the like.
His was in the center. Good play there. Good play there, Reed.
If you're asexual, you know,
your
listen. Pause. When my chat needs something, I give it to him. I'm in a relationship with my chat. Listen, let me tell you something. You could have sex even while being asexual. If your partner needs that in their
It's
life,
true.
in his
You're
or her
woke as
life,
hell. You were woke as hell.
you can
You're right.
fuck them for
Yeah.
them. It's not because
Yeah.
you horny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I became asexual last year.
Okay. Good to know.
They want to go by Starship City, and their pronouns are he, him.
Hi, it's
Okay.
great to be here. Thank you so much for having me. So I've had a problem on and off for about 7 years. It's very degenerate and sexual in nature. It's this thing
Okay.
called findom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know what that is,
Financial
it is,
domination.
It's a kink. Yeah, financial domination. Exactly. You can kind of imagine it like a branch of femdom. It doesn't really matter what genders are involved, though. It's kind of like a niche part of the BDSM community.
There's a part of me that refuses to acknowledge that there's a legitimate like sexual yearning to be. I almost feel like it's the only vehicle through which certain individuals feel that they are deserving of and therefore can accept intimacy. You know?
The fantasy of like giving, like a power dynamic of like giving money to someone that you're that is seductive, you know?
You're a
It's
pay.
exactly. Yeah. It's you know, a lot of people don't understand it. I think I understand why people don't understand, because why would you give your money to someone? It's ridiculous. I think to kind of help people understand,
Okay.
I think the reason people like myself enjoy it is because there's this crossover between fantasy and reality, really.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of what gives it that intensity. Anyways, I fell into it when I was in college. It was around a little bit before COVID, around the time OnlyFans was kicking off. I'd found a creator on there that specialized in it. And I was a broke college student, but I
Not
still
good.
spent quite a bit of.
I like how serial killers can only get off by feeling shame and excitement of murdering people, but obviously not that bad. Is it the shame? I wasn't aware that shame was an element of that.
Money, that like the extra money that I had from scholarships grants, loans.
Ooh.
I probably spent around $1,500.
Okay.
Which was not good, but
No.
thankfully I didn't spend it the entire time I was in college. I'd managed to get off of OnlyFans. I quit it.
And where
I
that
was
findom
away
is
from
shaming it.
for several years. I almost fell back into it on Twitter. So before I fell back into it, I quit that platform too. Just
Okay.
never looked at Twitter again. But about a year and a half ago, I did fall into it again. This time on Twitch, actually.
There's there's findom on Twitch?
Yes, I know, right? It's a huge scene. But it's on every platform basically.
Of course there is. If a website has a donate button, there's someone there who's creating pay-pig dynamics around it. That's the least shocking thing in the world.
But yeah, it's really huge on Twitch.
You're not going to be like, I'm doing findom. I'm getting findom by you, right? You're not going to tell me that just now. It's not the reveal here.
I mean, are you saying that's what you want to do? Like,
no. That's not. That's not.
Shit. Look.
No. I'm
listen.
not doing that. I mean, Rage might.
Listen, if you want to give me some subs in my chat, look, I ain't mad at you, gang.
Yeah.
I actually will.
You could try Wake, maybe get some findom enjoyers. I do not want to do that.
Fuck that shit.
Same.
No, that sounds miserable, actually.
Is it consensual? Is not. I'm not going to be like, you better fucking.
Woke brain wiring? Dude, Ramsey, what are you saying, man? Like, what are you doing? What is the woke brain wiring? Like, why are you being, like, antagonistic? A guy willing to date a woman willing to get railed on the internet? Yeah, but that's just dating a sex worker. Like, no one, like... I just feel like the entire premise is built upon like creating shame where shame need not exist. Like there's been a demand for it. You probably consume the exact content that, you know, essentially you're probably a part of the creation of the demand that content serves to meet. I just like, you can't have both. You can't like actively loathe and condemn people for doing the thing that you are desperately seeking.
Subscribe or anything like that.
I got a few sugar mamas.
Anyway, let's.
But don't
You do a trial run. You do some findom on the chat right now. See how it goes. Anyways, I tried deleting like my Twitch accounts. I tried like using extensions, like blocked my access to Twitch. But I just kept kind of circumventing that.
Lunks and Tectones community. This is one of the people where I'd be like, man, you would actually be a great candidate for gotcha.
Access that I kept trying to block. I kept quitting and then coming back. Like over the last half a year, I've done that a few times now on Twitch.
Okay, I'm curious. Are you guys predicting this is like over or under like 20 G's?
And in the last half a year, I've now sent about $15,000.
Oh my god!
For this.
Oh wow!
You went from 1,500 to 15,000.
And what do you do for work? If you don't mind.
I mean, if you don't want to reveal it, that's fine.
You can be very vague.
No, that's what I was going to say next, actually. So, maybe if you have a lot of money, then like that might be reasonable for some people to spend. But
also, just so you know, Ramsey, the whole idea of the woke brain wiring, it's called being generally empathetic of and understanding of material conditions and like the premise of like demand. I'm completely lost on how it is you can sit there and be like callous to the thing you probably like very readily and actively consume. Like, I don't know, man. I can't. I typically try to keep people around who I think are going to engage in earnest, but like, I'm not going to watch it. Sorry, man. That's not me. I appreciate you throwing me into a stereotype, though. What do you mean? No, I'm literally just reading what it is I'm reading your words and I find them to be odd. You could say that you're like not a consumer of pornography and that's fine. I mean, you might not be. But ultimately someone creating that content is creating it to meet a demand. And I don't think that there's any actual ethical infraction going on. Like, well, what's the issue that you have with it? You know what I mean? Like, what do you believe to be patently incorrect about it? And why can't those people find individuals who are just not personally affected by the reality of people having sex for money? It doesn't have to affect everyone. Not everyone has to be moved emotionally or to feel actively threatened by it. To some, they don't create that kind of priority of sexual sort of like, sort of like there might not be that same kind of imperative of even like sex at all in a relationship. They don't really need to. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm lost on this. The reality is, like, dude, I know a lot of sex workers I like and respect a lot. They're individuals who are like meeting a market demand. That's really all it is. We're all trying to like make life work. And it can be relatively lucrative and stress-free and enjoyable. And like if they find people who are, approving of it or at least unaffected by it emotionally, why is it a problem? Why do we need to condemn either the sex worker or the person willing to, see beyond the veil of the job itself to really appreciate the person doing it? Just like, it's not a woke mind thing. The fact that you would draw it akin to wokeness is kind of just like funny. It's like a boogeyman for anything that challenges a very rigid and like, universally prescribed worldview that I think is very much in need of being like critical towards. To think more, intensely about what's being asked of you through like, a more like normative worldview, I think is important.
I work in fast food. I make $12 an hour. So it's a very bad decision for me. It's not sustainable at all. Part of what concerns me about like this relapsing thing.
You limit your credit card. Call your credit card company and limit your financial transactions on all of the websites where you can actually do findom, so you never spend another dollar ever again.
I had a girlfriend that did OnlyFans and had a guy into findom that ended up getting mad at her and lecturing her about not demanding enough money. Interesting.
I'm pretty
he'd know.
Sure that credit card companies offer that service.
They could pay for a therapy.
Really?
Wait, hold on.
Is it just credit cards? What about like just like debit cards or like other stuff?
I don't know how it works with debit cards, but if you can block all of your internet transactions on all of these websites, with the exception of like, Amazon, so you can continue purchasing shit on Amazon. You can't do findom on Amazon.
That's
then yeah, definitely do it.
Limited credit card, that's great tech right there.
And also, on top of that, Rage actually had a really good idea. With all of the additional income that you will have, you can spend it on therapy potentially. Because
assuming you live at home, there's no way you can be bleeding out that much money. Like I just can't conceive of a world where you have disposable income at that earnership level.
Seemingly, not just the problem of being addicted to findom, it's an addiction problem in general.
Facts. Wait. So like when you send
on Amazon with sex workers putting up their wish lists, really?
Is it like?
I mean,
you
I believe
send money
that,
and you get brick? Is it like you send it? Have you ever busted a nut while that transaction is sending? Like you send that cash up, you just or is it like their reaction to getting the money? Like what?
Took out loans and opened credit cards to be able to do this. Yeah.
Part of it is like it's like peak
So
this is a really good question.
In findom, it is mixed in with a lot of other
Rage is asking legitimately like penetrating questions. This is
kinks, especially on Twitch. So there's like degradation and shit like that. And basically,
is this dude okay? No, this man is not okay.
The moment they start like reacting, I
think that I'm generally very sex positive. There are some kinks that are just so blatantly to the like detriment of the individual that I really do. I don't know. Say yes, that's right. I took offense. I understand the market demand and business side of it, but I do strongly disagree with just like gambling. The woke wiring comment was too much. I mean, like I'm going to be honest. If you're saying like woke wiring, I just think that you're completely indoctrinated by online discourse. Like woke wiring is an incredibly like daft thing to write out. I really never thought I was the piece of shit that your type of community loathes as I try to expose myself as many viewpoints. No one's condemning you for that. It's not when you expose yourself to viewpoints, bro. It's just when you like needlessly begin to like pummel someone that you don't know on the basis of something that they're trying to better understand. You just convey things that feel relatively like anti-woman sometimes in that regard, or at least you did that, right? But I'm not there yet. And my emotion chatter is talking down to me. Okay, yeah, you can take a 5, man. But like, I think that's a good thing. I mean, like, I think that the thing that I'll never raise anything to be as, I don't think that sex work to me carries anywhere near the same kind of like moral indictment that something like gambling does, only insofar that like you get what you pay for with sex work. You know what I mean? gambling is a bit more insidious in that, like, with porn, you're never going to be like, if I spend $1,000 more on porn, then I'll make all the money back that I spent on that porn and it'll finally be okay. You know, the real issue with gambling that I have is it's the only addiction that offers solution to the problems of said addiction through continuing itself. You know what I mean? And that's part of why I stand very opposite to it. I think that a lot of vices can be taken to extremes, but what I really condemn are those that really cannot be the ones that offer those kinds of, you know, problematic, like justification loops.
You being in the
Findom seems to be unique to men paying women. I don't think it is. No. But I think that it's more common. I think that men are likely paying more money for pornography specifically because of just how I think I think that a lot of like male like algorithms are very much like dominated by sexual imagery. I think that, you know, the idea of like stopping and briefly consuming something that is pornographic is kind of all consuming to men. It's something that Twitch used to have an issue with. It's why that there was like, you know, the Gunnar algorithm era is because men were stopping in like looking into anything that was sexual for just enough of a time to where it would register as a view. And so they'd be like, oh, you want to keep watching this, you know? But I think that it likely comes from a great sense of undeservedness, an absence of experience, an absence of real world engagement, and this kind of internalized belief that in order to have access to intimacy, I must not just pay for it, but maybe the exchange of money altogether is the most noble and caring thing I can give to someone.
room or sending money. Yeah, that's basically when like all the fun happens. Yeah, that's basically how that works.
Okay. Would you?
But yeah, about the therapy, that's definitely something I think is a good idea because there's like a self-control issue definitely because there's definitely times where
without a doubt
self-control and then I don't like there are many days where I know I'm not going to spend more than this amount and everything's fine, and some days things just kind of get out of hand, honestly, and so that's how I ended up kind of adding up over time ends up being $15,000.
Yeah, that's not, if you're doing fast food, $15,000 is definitely.
I think the reality is that a lot of things like this that are like kinks that are directly to the like detriment of, you know, let's call them like the really asymmetrical kinks like this. They typically come from a bit of loneliness, especially insofar as like the fact that you only get the interaction if you're spending the money, you know? I think that people have to be driven to extremes by way of want or denial in order to really engage with that.
Definitely.
So you're not going to have it happen to people with whom, you know, like company is abundant, but like women do spend a lot of money on like different kinds of like porn. I mean, like I know a lot of people like, dude, okay. So a lot of like kind of like gotcha adjacent games are very much tailored to that experience of like almost like reverse harem sort of like men written for women, but you have to pay actively to like access or engage with them kind of thing. Like fucking like there's that game what is it? Who's really into this? You know what I'm talking about? Like I feel like it's relatively dominant in like a lot of like East Asian markets, especially Love and Deep Space. That's the one. Yeah. Like I just think that the reality is that a lot of sex work that men participate in isn't really tailored to women. I think that where men are probably going to be making more money is in the men who make like audio porn, etc. Things that are more so designed to actually capture the female gaze. I think that a lot of what happens in visual porn is that it's tailored for men, you know, gay men or straight men, but men all the same.
Way out of control.
If you had a girlfriend, would you say you'd still be like, would you like low-key cheat on her by like being on some pay pig shit? Do you think you would be able to contain yourself?
No, I've, you know, when I kind of first fell into it, I kind of had like I had like a bit of a relationship going. It was kind of unofficial. It was not really a relationship.
Good.
You know, I kind of talked to them about it, and I kind of decided that it's not really compatible with relationships. So if I did have a girlfriend,
did you stop?
I definitely.
Wait. Did you stop?
How much blame, for lack of a better word, is justified to put on the worker in these kinds of situations? Do you think Findom is akin to streamers that subject their chat to say gambling? Yes and no. I mean, I feel like findom is like, it can be a legitimate kink, but it's one of those things where like, it's probably going to be to the detriment of your most vulnerable community members. The only thing is that you do, in the event that people know the score and know what can or cannot be gotten from it, you do know on some vector that you are getting what you pay for with anything pornographic. Do you know what I mean? I think that the real issue with gambling is that you are paying for a chance to potentially get something. Do you know what I mean? Which is the win. And you're aware of the fact that you almost in all instances will not win, but you're chasing that high, you know? You could probably get deeper into like the actual like psychology of purchasing any kind of like intimate pornography like this that's channeled through a parasocial familiarity. But I think that the reason why I've always condemned gambling is that gambling is predicated on an addiction that uniquely offers solution to the addiction through your engagement with said addiction, right? I can, if I win this last bet, I will, recover all of my losses and everything will be okay. I just need one more bet, etc. And you can do that loop forever. You know, the only ethical if the payer can actually afford it, but it's hard to know if that's the case. Yeah, the only way you know is that they keep spending money. You know, like. I think that it's much more in a gray space to me than something like gambling is, only insofar that like, yeah, it is a legitimate, like it's a legitimate service that, you know, meets individuals with a very specific need or want. I just don't know to the extent to which, maybe there are some kinks that are born exclusively of pathology, and maybe that needs to be considered more intimately when we talk about what is or isn't ethical practice. But,
because of the relationship, or did you stop the relationship so you could keep doing findom?
Relationship, bro.
No, I'd say I stopped because I was.
Miss Tricky, she does findom. I don't really know what she does. She's kind of before my time. I had so much debt in college alongside college loans for games. Good now though,
because I spent all the money I had in college.
Okay. Would you say if social media didn't have? I don't want to word it like this. I don't know who's gonna get offended, but degenerate content just on the timeline all the time, you would have never fallen into that. Let's say Twitter was strictly like just, you feel me, news and funny shit, and Twitch was, do you think you would have somehow still fallen into it?
You know, honestly, I don't think that like the general degeneracy of social media is actually a factor. I think that if you're looking for material, then you're going to find material. It's kind of like you discover it for the first time when you're just like looking on Pornhub, you know? Yeah. And then you know it exists, and then you find it. Okay.
Damn. But yeah, that's actually serious. That's actually, because you could ruin your fucking life. You can't just be spending your bread on anything, bro. Yeah. You could be gambling, gang. That's not good. I feel like you should really go to therapy for that. No cap.
Definitely do. Wait, what the fuck? FindomAddictsAnonymous.org? Are you serious? Is that a real?
Yo, what?
Wait, I feel like this is.
I think the reality is that, of course, it can be an addiction, and of course, it can harm the people who engage with it. You know, like I think that I just don't know enough about like the psychology itself to speak with a lot of conviction. Whereas with gambling, I've done a lot more personal research and like, you know, inquiry outside of, you know, just this one window. But with findom, I'm curious how much of like, I don't know, man. I just feel like the kink itself is something that I take more of an issue with. Like, okay, what are the systemic, like, what are the, like, the sort of like systemic forces or like cultural conditions that make for this? You know, I think that it's probably no surprise that the, you know, hyper pornographication of social media algorithms and the kind of like ever growing distance between people, you know, sort of coincides with the, skyrocketing of popularity that we're seeing regarding findom.
Probably some like
that
weird.
Same could be said for gambling and just like looking for anything that creates a sort of like neurochemical reward, you know, in an absence of more traditional vehicles like social acceptance, social outings, so on and so forth. Religious. It's totally an addiction. I was a findom for like 2 weeks and it made me so sad I stopped. It seems like an actual addiction. Kind of headspace you have to come from to pay for it in the first place when it's available for free, deeply lonely, unhappy people. Precisely. I agree with you, Sad Frog. But that's kind of my position, right? Is that like, I think that the spirit of it is kind of tragic. I don't really know the extent to which I believe, like, I don't know. Like, there are practices within sex work that I think have to be acknowledged as predatory. Like, I don't necessarily agree that all kinks are on the table, and I don't necessarily, and I hope that that's not seen as being like patently sex negative. Like, I think that it would require a very unique circumstance for someone to be able to like mindfully and safely engage in something like this, either extreme wealth or extreme discipline, right? Yeah, professional dominatrix will often require proof of income and prearranged / limit findom related payments. See, that's really important though, and something that can't really be guaranteed, right? Because individuals who are true addicts of this are probably going to take multiple sort of like, you know, partners, if you will. I have been a pay pig, but it was very specific context, and I see it as a form of submission. If you're gonna run out of money, you can't do it. Well, yeah, of course, but that is addiction adjacent. You can play semantics game with consent on something like this, but if someone is an addict, they can't consent. Yeah, I would agree. I think that there are just a lot of contexts where this is just demonstrably to the detriment of the people engaging, and I don't think that the sort of like sexual gratification that you provide them is always going to be justifiable. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is submission, 100%. I don't know. I think it introduces a lot of really interesting questions about like, okay, what is the sort of like threshold for, you know, the like ethical vending of potentially addictive material? Most gay pay piggery I've seen is rich guys wanting to be shamed and emasculated by young hyper-masculine guys. Yeah, I mean, most of it comes from a very similar premise, I think, in these contexts. It's from individuals who feel valueless, unwanted, often ridiculed, chastised for something, their appearance, their, you know, ineptitude, etc. This affords them the ability to feel like they are, one, being shamed for something in a context that they meaningfully consent to and have kind of control over, but then two, provide them something that they think can actually matter to them because their company, their touch, you know, their, you know, the intimacy, none of that is something that they would identify as being valuable. So instead, you can give them money. And if you really distill and break down all of the kind of like charades surrounding it, unlike a guy who's like going to a strip club believing like, yeah, she loves me, I'm going to pay her as well, thinking like, wow, it's really the exchange that you're getting off on, and I want to be a person capable of providing you joy. I think maybe that's really the soul of it, is that I'm capable of providing you what you want in this one context, and I've probably been deprived of ever being able to do that in my you know, social or professional life.
Chatter. That's sus. Like the websites like this are always so sus. FAA, like really? Like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if that's a real situation or not. I do think you can go with all the additional disposable income that you have after you limit all of your you know, credit cards, debit cards, and whatnot. Call them up. Limit all of them to make sure that you can't make any purchases whatsoever on any of these websites, which will unfortunately include you not being able to purchase a subscription at the Piker Broadcasting Service. PBS shouts out. That's what I call my stream. PBS, like PBS, Public Broadcasting Service, Piker Broadcasting Service, or the People's.
It's a king. Not everything turns into an addiction. Like some people can drink alcohol. Yeah, exactly. Not everyone turns into a pay pig. I mean, it's about ethical practice, right? Which is challenging to like regulate because a lot of, you know, irresponsible people can get into, you know, sex work. There's no like regulatory agency over it, you know.
Broadcasting Service, which you can subscribe for $6 or for free with Twitch.
Rich pay pigs always want it to be a blue collar trade sort of guy. Interesting. So you think that it's about like this sort of like intrinsic shame they feel about the source of their wealth? I think that probably would make sense by way of like those who have inherited wealth for sure.
Prime.
Maybe generally though. See my previous comment? Yeah, interesting.
I think it's good.
Right. I have Twitch Prime. I could still be subscribed.
Okay, well then great. But regardless, I think you should get your credit cards limited and then you should go to therapy to deal with the addiction.
Anyways, guys, time to pay your tithe. I want millions of subs now.
If you ever
make me happy,
need me to call you like a dirty little slut for you to send me like 100 gifts or some shit, we could.
Okay, bro, come on. He's a you're literally You're floating crack in front of a crack addict.
Thank you for the prime. I appreciate that, CC. Thank
Like
you.
500 gifts a month.
That's crazy. That doesn't work that way. No, it's called request to block merchant group codes with focus on adult online authorizations. One of the
Because the bundle subs are discounted.
Stop.
Yo.
No, we're not.
Appreciate you,
we're
gang.
not.
Listen,
no.
Rage.
Listen to me.
Wait, hold on. You try to talk to me. Talk to me.
You know
Talk to me, my
what
guy. What you were saying?
You know what to do. Just send me up in the DMs later.
No.
Hey, hold on.
Overly rich pay pigs are going after the young blue collar types because they see them as people more likely to just do as they say for money.
Hey, 500 gifteds a month limit. After that, I'll bet if you can't go over, gang, I'll be mad at you.
No. Don't do this. Don't do this. It's
You
the
gotta start
opposite.
somewhere. You can't
It's
cold
a
turkey
test.
this shit. You
It's
can't
a
cold
test.
turkey
This is a
this
test.
shit.
This is a
Hassan,
test.
he spent $50,000 in a month. He can't cold turkey this shit, gang.
He didn't spend
Baby
$50,000.
step.
You can only cold turkey this. What do you mean?
He spent
Rage, that's not how addiction works. You can't just be like, I'm just going to give her $10.
$50,000 total, but
Look,
no.
baby
You're gonna
steps.
relapse. You're gonna relapse. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Well, hopefully that was helpful, except for when Rage made you relapse a little bit.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Okay, my fault. I was joking. Don't do that. Actually, get some help. Do not. If you see some pussy on your timeline, just keep swiping, gang. Say I'm not interested. You dig what I'm saying? And yeah, wait, hold on. I do have a question. I'm sorry. I know this is a long call. See, when I bust my nut, whenever I get like the regret I get, like especially if I'm fucking someone that's not my girlfriend or something like that. If I'm having sex and then I like fucking bust or something, I get like regret. Like, what the fuck did I just do? Or like,
you're
you
talking
beat your
about
meat.
post-nut
You
clarity?
do every time.
Yeah.
You get regret every time you
If
bust
it's not a
nut?
girl.
That's poor selection process, dog. I have not. I don't think I've felt regret after sex like ever.
That I really fuck with, yeah, it's like, yo, bro, why did I do that, gang? Like,
What the fuck?
Why did I just do that?
I've never felt that in my
What?
life.
Yeah,
you never
no,
felt that
never.
feeling where it's like, yo,
No.
I
Every
did
nut.
all that for what?
Every nut I
Yeah.
bust is precious.
What?
Yeah, it's
Nah,
awesome.
like I bust my nut. I'm like, yo, I gotta go do this. I gotta straighten that. I gotta do this. It's like all clarity is like, yo, boom.
And Christian said, Austin Boyfriend said, you might need to get therapy too.
Yo, no, I've been to therapy a few times.
Oh,
But
okay.
hey, wait,
No,
so I want to know about your
I used
regret,
to-
your
I used to
post nut
get that
clarity.
rage.
Talk to
What?
me.
I used to get that, but I don't really get it anymore. So
Oh, no.
maybe one of you two.
His
needs
natural
therapy.
defenses
Seems
are breaking.
one of you gets it, one of you doesn't. I don't get it.
I
so,
don't-
Yeah, maybe
I-
you're the problem. Maybe you're supposed to have that.
Wait,
Yeah.
post nut clarity? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with not having any clarity whatsoever, or rather,
Yeah, that sounds quite tragic.
I'm just happy when I nut. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
This is gonna be on Fox News now. All right, thank you, Chatter. Hopefully we were helpful.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, have a good one.
That was a good question.
Yeah. Oh, we got some
Wait,
crazy.
so all
You
those
haven't even. This is the
all
tip of
those
the iceberg.
people that are like probably going crazy on OF, they generally have a problem. It's not because they simps. They just have a problem in their like. Damn, a lot of niggas need help, gang. That's tough. That's tough, bro.
They're debating whether findom is mutual aid and Hoscord. Oh my fucking god!
Wait, is it like?
All right, welcome to the chat, Chatter. What's your name, your pronouns, and what's your problem?
This is Mo. He, him.
Yeah, I'm Mo, he, him. This is kind of surreal. I'm talking to you right now. I'm a big fan. But I'll get into it. Basically, I'm a 30-year-old man.
Okay.
And I've never had a meaningful conversation with my father.
Oh, different.
Me neither, bro.
And and it really didn't bother me for like a really long time. But I'm getting to the point where
Definitely have regret after sex and feeling like maybe that's not normal. I don't think you'll ever have regret after sex in the event that you are having sex with someone you really want to have sex with. I think the only time we truly experience post-nut clarity is when we are doing something that we don't intrinsically want to be doing, but we're allowing a desire for conquest or achievement or even just dopamine to drive it.
he's getting old and I'm starting to like have those feelings where what if, I missed my opportunity? Like, the thing is this, like, he's the kind of person where it's really, really fucking hard to like talk to him. Anytime like I've tried to have a meaningful conversation, we usually just end up yelling at each other. And like he would dysregulate me so much that I would stop talking to him for like a couple of like weeks or so. And then
Okay.
eventually I got into therapy and I'm able to just regulate myself. I let him go on his rant or whatever. And then, you know, I'll just be like, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Man, I actually have no insight into this. I got no dad.
What is it,
But-
like a political argument? Like, why are you guys? Why is he getting tilted? Are you getting tilted?
No, it's like, okay, so my dad is a really conservative Muslim man. His priorities in life were always his religion and his job, and then his family. And basically between, like, he was so committed to religion, like he practices this Jehovah's Witness version of Islam.
What?
Where like he'll just like go on religious retreats for like, you know, 40 days or like a week.
Having strong parental support is the single greatest buff you can be given in life, 100%. Like truly considered, intelligent, dedicated, hardworking parents who want the best for you, nothing better. Legitimately overpowered.
And stuff.
Damn.
And so he was just really into that. And then he was also really
How religious are you?
I'm more spiritual. Like I do identify as Muslim, but I'm more like trying to do good things, like practicing good deeds rather than just like praying and
Does he
doing,
have
like,
the?
this.
Does your dad have the prayer thing?
Go up to my reply it's painful, but not everyone's capable of being a loving parent and not accepted that and not accepting that can straight up destroy you. Sometimes you have to cut your losses and honestly maybe just look for a father figure in someone else. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. No, very true. Very true. I think that in a lot of ways I was very fortunate to, it's kind of a weird thing, but my parents died when I was fairly young, but like not so young that it was when I was like a literal child, but young enough to where I was still in formative development. My father and I was 14, my mother 19. Maybe I just turned 20 at the moment. I was like right around there. And so you kind of were still tasked with like, well, I still need mentorship and I still need individuals in my life who are legitimately like, you know, invested in and care for me and my well-being. And I think part of why I am such a relatively functioning person, despite having endured very like early life, like, you know, like loss, and then by way of parental infrastructure, it's because I had really caring and conscientious people around me to fill those roles.
Thing on his forehead.
Oh,
Any recommended PPL 3 times or upper lower routines to follow? I'm one of those morons who's always looking for the best one. I do push, pull, arms, legs, rest, repeat. But I don't think there's any best. The best is one that you enjoy. If you're consistent and you progressively overload your movements, you'll get better. Do you block people out sometimes? What do you mean?
100%. And he wears his Elwar like above his ankles.
Oh, okay. Wow. God, dude.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
about,
not gonna
I
lie.
was about to blaspheme.
That was a deep pull.
I wouldn't even know how to. I got the same issue. I don't even know how to like help here. I got the same problem, gang.
So I don't have.
How did you heal / have you healed from not having parents growing up? Well, I had them for a lot of my life. I mean, you know, I had a father until I was, you know, in my teens, my early teens, my mother until I was essentially like, you know, I mean, I was a sophomore in college when she died. So, you know, I think that you learn to, at its best, you learn to be more receptive to and reliant upon others in a way that I think is very important. At its worst, you close off, you push other people away, you try, you know, I would say in a very futile sense to like metabolize that kind of loss without sharing it. And then, you know, you kind of continue to cycle into shame and despair with no outlet, and that can be difficult. I mean, I don't know. The extent to which I've healed or really endured or gone beyond it, I think is kind of still up in the air, but I think I was very lucky to have some people that I could trust with my emotional experience who cared enough about me to continually reach out, and I endured some of the darker times because of that, you know?
I don't, my dad's not very religious, but I will.
Is cardio / pull-ups good enough fitness routine? Everything is a good enough fitness routine to get started.
Say,
As long as it's consistent and daily and not killing you.
People are saying, is
You
it
know?
Tablighi? Is it
Yeah,
what
thank
it
you,
is?
Tina.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, it's the Jehovah's Witness sect of Islam. I didn't even know Islam had a Jehovah's Witness.
Bro,
All right,
that's wild.
one thing that immediately comes to mind is maybe you know, you go do a pilgrimage with him? You know, you go to Mecca with him. That could be a spiritual journey that you guys could go on together.
No, there's an issue with that. I have tattoos, and if you go for pilgrimage, you have to like show your body.
Oh shit.
And he's gonna freak out.
Damn, bro, you got tattoos?
Yo.
445 mile? That's crazy athletic, bro.
Worse Muslim than me. Holy shit.
You're crazy athletic.
I have like a pro-Palestinian tattoo, so I feel like I'm kind of doing some like middle ground there.
Hold on, that might be good tats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, you can't. I didn't know you can't go on Hajj if you have tattoos.
No.
Ollie.
Oh, listen, someone brought
Bad.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, he's take up with. I just like did not hear the black sheep of the family, so I really like to stand up for my siblings to make sure that they don't get trapped into like.
well, you know, that's why I
skipping around.
said
Sorry,
you
guys.
find a special interest and then you lean into it. Like he will reciprocate for sure.
We're gonna see. I'm gonna do some tests.
I'm lucky because my special interest is politics, and my dad loves talking about politics. So we talk about politics all the time.
I feel like that's kind of a cheat code, though, because most old people become gradually obsessed with whatever is occurring politically. I think that it's ultimately just like the last like intellectual forum, quote unquote, you know, like the last resource they have for like connecting with and discussing things amongst each other as they become increasingly distant from popular culture, right? Like that is the public happenings that they can actually like, you know, connect through.
But then again, yeah, I feel like
I was
would
not
be
close to my dad, but look, he's become very left leaning. That is a huge triumph. My father was a Fox News dad,
you know,
full
more
through and through.
distant if I wasn't constantly talking about politics. Anyway, all right, let's get the next chatter, and now we're fixing your age's problems. We're giving CHADVICE the.
I figured it'd be good because I was like, okay, it's like the Muslim squad over here. All right, the next person is Eric, and they go by he, him. He was actually supposed to be on CHADVICE last time, but we ran out of time. So we're bringing him back.
All right, what's up,
hi.
Eric?
Good, Eric.
Yeah, how's it going? Really happy to be on this broadcast with everyone's favorite, new streamer, Your Age. And so I'm in love.
Okay.
Parasocially with a Japanese VTuber.
This sounds like Squeaks. Am I going crazy? Does this sound a little bit like Pookie?
But parasocially with a Japanese VTuber. Yeah.
Be busting them nuts on that screen, huh, boy?
Sure.
Is this Squeaks?
Oh boy.
Sure.
Is that Squeaks?
Good
Oh
case.
no. Okay,
But-
go on.
Yeah.
I think this is Squeaks. This sounds exactly like Squeaks.
So there's I guess kind of like a culture shock component inside me with here. So
It's sounding different now.
she's actually aware of this thing
Bro, what?
and has at some points like in the past have encouraged such things. And she knows my feelings and position. She's
Squeakuno?
she's actually aware of this thing. She culture shock component inside me with here. So she's actually aware of this thing and has at some points like in the past have encouraged such things. And she knows my feelings and position personally. Like, I've written some notes, letters, all that stuff. And because she's a Japanese VTuber, I've also like interacted within Japanese and Korean communities. And their like response when kind of like we talked about this back then was, they were very kind of like egging it on in support. But I know from having seen like commentary on the American side, it's very like, hell no,
Yeah.
touch some grass, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Wait, do you like, would you care if you found out she was in a relationship in real life?
I mean, if that happens for like, you know, at the end of
these
the
stories
day,
have been maladaptive sex stories. Well, I think if anything, what you're seeing is the absolute plague of like what I think is the ultimate social outcome of the algorithms of division that have kind of dominated social media spaces. It's just people increasingly disillusioned, increasingly distant, spending more and more time in their own homes, but not necessarily subduing very like intense primordial desires for connection, sexual engagement, etc. that like exist with most people. It's not just the effects of COVID. COVID is kind of an accelerator for what would ultimately become the sort of like neutering of a people. You know what I mean? Like for a very long time, of course, there have been like, you know, growing sort of like yearnings for online spaces, the sort of like respite that people get from being indoors, you know, engaging with binge watching on Netflix, etc. Like there was still mechanisms at play, but I think that there was still like we were the muscle of social engagement and social imperative was still being exercised. But then we had like a 6-month window where markets kind of accelerated their trajectory towards total sort of like service to isolation, right? The premise of like ordering online, engaging with things via the tap of your phone, QR codes, like never really needing to leave or move a muscle to engage with or, you know, attain what it is you're seeking. That all kind of came as an effect of COVID. Like we built the infrastructure of loneliness through quarantine, and people now had reason to no longer leave again.
like,
But I think that the desires were always there, you know? I don't know. I do think that algorithms are a big part of it too. People are being raised in a cultural context that has been decided for them by like 15 plutocrats who have a vested interest in your despair as a means of keeping you captive and monetizing your sadness, you know? The more you believe the world to be hostile to your well-being and your development, the more these individuals are going to continue to kind of lord over you. Because again, you don't go outside, you can't reasonably interact with things that, you know, contend with that sense of doom that is being perpetuated to you through the shit you consume every day.
It's her thing, right? So that's kind of like the definitive sign to let go. That's how I see it anyway.
Wait. Okay, this is important.
Wait, I hope you know she's getting fucked. Like, she gets fucked, gang. Like, fucked. Like, raw.
Oh yeah, no. On the let's just say like the Western side of that culture. Oh yeah, there's many a story of behind that. But without derailing the chat too much, don't look up what a manager is on the Western community with these sort of things. So I'm very aware.
Wait, hold on. Do you feel like, so you recognize you have a parasocial relationship? You recognize that it's one-sided, even though she's reciprocated a little bit. And has like recognized your existence, I guess. Like you understand that. I mean, what's the problem? Like, are you asking? Is it a cry for help? Are you saying like, should I stop?
You don't think it sounds like him at all?
Yeah,
is this weird?
Like, I guess
the answer is yes.
Basically,
the answer is yes. You should definitely stop. I mean, I would highly recommend.
Yeah, bro. It's like everyone here who's like hemorrhaging time, like a resource of any kind, be it time, be it money, you know, into an individual, quote unquote, that is indifferent to your existence, you know, that is, it doesn't matter if it's a legitimate relationship. It doesn't matter if it's with a human being. It doesn't matter if it's with a parent. Like at a certain point, you need to acknowledge that there's an absence of reciprocity that is like spiritually malignant, you know, like to give so much without there ever being a sense of true appreciation or like, you know, what is it that you really want from that too? Like these are other points of consideration. Like, are you giving to something that is meant to be returned to you, or is it just the experience of giving? And does that have more to say with? Is that more of an indictment on the kind of like anemic self-esteem that you inhabit, or like you know, like fuck, man. Sorry, I'm all over the place, guys. I'm very tired. I've not been sleeping all the last couple of nights for some reason. I'm having a very difficult time staying on a thread.
Realize that that's not, you know, this is.
We might play Tomodachi Life tonight so that I can recuperate whatever's going on in my, you know, neurochemistry.
It's not a real relationship. it's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
she's not the cartoon. You don't know what she looks. You don't know what she looks like in real life, right?
I'd be curious about these type of people. Okay, so do you think when you say in love, do you?
I don't think that that's important to a lot of people, though. I actually think that the experience of, and maybe this is crazy, but like, I think that attraction can be conveyed through a number of vectors, and that if someone isn't necessarily visually motivated, a great voice, a capacity for language, those can all be really attractive, you know? Maybe that's also me though, because I like read my porn. So maybe like I'm a like kind of a divergent perspective on that. But like, and I still do obviously like people who are generally physically attractive as partners, you know. But my standard for what physically attractive is tends to be very like personally derived. Like I find a lot of what is like the like prevailing sentiments of what hotness is or is not to be very reductive and uninteresting, you know.
Think or hope one day that you guys are going to be together, or do you still love her knowing that y'all will never be a thing ever, not even in your wildest dreams?
Have you ever done a kind of advice stream? I've been planning on doing it. I think that it's difficult to execute if you don't have a broad enough community, you know?
Like what is
I don't think, at least like the way I reason, I don't think those are like exclusive.
Has a considerate man such as yourself ever gotten the ick? I mean, what do you mean? Like, I think that in the event that anyone is like a generally like unkind person, yeah. If I get the sense that someone doesn't like hold like other people to a with like a sense of like dignity and like empathy, then yeah, I would be pretty out of it. Yeah.
I don't think those necessarily work against each other.
Huh.
Because like the question earlier, there was a question earlier, is like if you knew that she was dating someone, right? Like if you were like a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, like my response is like, okay, that's the limit. Then that's okay, that's her thing. And then, you know, you wouldn't morally go after someone with a partner, right? And so I don't see that as anything different there.
There's a very high likelihood that she has a partner in the real world, is what Rage was getting to when she says she's getting fucked.
Yeah. And this is her means of making money and doing what she needs to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I 100% highly recommend pulling out of this, like to as fast as possible, because it's not real. Okay?
And I hope you know you are not the only person that is in love with her, and she also probably knows a lot of other people that are watching her are in love with her, and you're just like everybody else that's in love with her, and it's just, I'm not even trying to be mean. It's
it's I get that, and it gets.
Well, I think on some level you have to realize that like when you're creating a space for community and you exist on a website that is probably predominantly like disillusioned, lonely, like young men, that there's a non-zero chance that you are harboring, regardless of your intent, a medley of individuals who are more so motivated by the sort of romantic suggestion of their engagement with you, right? Like that can happen. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's like nefarious what you're doing, but I think that for especially like smaller female communities, you know, I think that it's really funny because sometimes like, let's see, I think generally when women have smaller communities, the individuals who find them tend to have a sort of romantic need that is being met through their continued engagement with someone. And it's why you have the issue in a lot of like up and coming smaller, woman streamers communities where you have these dudes who will like dominate the stream with gratuitous donation and investment essentially, and then be like, we should do this. I want to do this. Ooh, I don't like this person. And then they kind of become like these domineering mods and shit. It's a really weird premise.
Tougher because it's not a very large like audience.
Even then, it doesn't. Trust me, that doesn't matter. Is not healthy. It's not a healthy attitude to have. Have you had a real?
One of the girls I talked to is going through a hard time, and I keep sending hope core and generally other positive reels low. Feels like I'm talking to a Waldo. What should I do? I mean, like, to what extent are you actually talking to them? Are you talking to them romantically? Are they aware of the fact that you have romantic intention? Perhaps she doesn't want to be sent those reels. Maybe she said she's going through a hard time because she doesn't really want to be actively communicating with you. maybe the best thing you should do is say, hey, I don't want to be pestering you. If you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. I mean it. I'm available. And then give her space.
IRL girlfriend, like in the physical space.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of like what caused attachment in the first place, because where I got like stuck and got attached to this person was because at that time I had been cheated on and broken up with, and so
you also recognize that you were emotionally in a vulnerable space when you found this VTuber and you know, imprinted on her in some way. And
we've been romantic before, just kind of buds now. Yeah, just reach out to her, man. Tell her that you think that like you don't want to be pestering her. You just hope that she's okay, and that like, you know, if she ever needs anything, that she can contact you.
And developed a somewhat unhealthy one-sided relationship. So yeah, I would say touch grass and meet girls in the real world and try to establish relationships with them, especially because if you stay the course on this relationship, that it's not a real relationship, it's a parasocial one that you also personally recognize, it's going to be horrible for your mental health, and you're going to lose the social.
You're one of the people that went on CHADVICE? Are you serious? What? No, that's so exciting.
Skills that initially helped you.
I'm over the moon.
Find a
unhealthy relationship with a VTuber. They don't even know what they look like. Yeah, but like, this doesn't exactly sound like one.
Real,
like it doesn't sound like a relationship.
Girl or a woman in the real world.
Nikhil?
In the meat space.
Nikhil from the Midwest.
I have to ask, have you jacked off to her? To her character?
Of course he has. He's not going to answer that.
Not
bullshit.
Surprisingly, no.
No.
Actually, now that I think about it,
No,
like
that's
I try to avoid that because, like, I don't like. I know this might sound kind of like weird. It's like not. It's like I almost, not almost, but I specifically try to avoid her in particular.
So you crank it. So you're cranking at hot lows to other VTubers, but just not this
her,
one.
No. Fuck other VTubers. Oh, sorry.
He said, "Fuck other VTubers."
Yeah, he said, "Nah, I represent my fucking set, dog."
I want a hug. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Bro, this is gonna be on Fox News.
There's no way.
Thoughts go elsewhere.
I'm kidding. Yeah, no. I think there's definitely some.
At least you're loyal.
Don't reward this.
Okay, you're right.
Don't lean into it. No, you got to rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
You got to rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah,
okay.
Facts.
Remember, this is not a real person.
I do think that there's actually a legitimate service here insofar that like the second you're able to make clear, lucid, or explicit just exactly what you're doing is the second you can really observe it through a more critical and human lens, right? Like a lot of things can persist in shame if you don't like open it up to people, right?
This is a 2D, 3D image that is not.
Wait, you're the I'm addicted to giving women money? Wait, I think we actually just went through yours, right? This is hooking up with my dad's best friend is next. Findom addiction was early.
Not a real person in the real world. There is a real human being operating the system, but that real human being most likely has,
it must be on like it must be like an A-title, B-title thing.
Nigga. What if you find out this whole time was a nigga with a voice changer? Are you like what? Like, would you be pissed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would be happy with getting catfished, but.
Well, I mean, like, how can you? I guess it's challenging because like you are getting catfished, but like not in a traditional sense.
I mean, you're not getting catfished.
Dad's best friend. Oh. That's exciting.
Technically, it's not. Because like that's not
the character. He's playing the character. You're in love with the character, not the person.
Right?
Well, that's where the parasociality of this VTuber stuff really hits, right?
I really think it's interesting to have like lucid and intelligent people express things that we feel are almost reserved for like the like borderline disabled. And I say that like with affection. Like it goes to show how susceptible we all are to like the power of like media diets, algorithms, loneliness. Like we're dealing with very primordial forces that can take us to the depths of like I don't want to call it idiocy necessarily, but it's certainly quite close.
It's like the way that this stuff works, and kind of like the reason why I was saying, like, you know, screw other VTubers, is because there is that sort of like, you know, they teeter the line. There's that parasocial, like, emotionally predatory element, and I, like, you know, I'm aware of that while at the same time being consumed by it.
Like, I don't know how
I'm excited to hear your story, Emma.
this stuff works because I've never
Time
watched
I
it.
think is one of the best ways to. Yeah.
VTuber. I only know Iron Mouse, right?
Yeah.
And like
I
Iron
don't,
Mouse
but
is
that's
a
okay.
is
But I also think that VTubing is interesting because the parasocial component of VTubing for like really maladaptive people is that you're able to foster a romantic connection to someone that fits a very specific and almost maladaptive kind of preference, which is that of a drawn person, right? Like those who exclusively consume hentai, anime, etc., are over time kind of bludgeoning their capacity to experience sexual response to real people. And I think that you have almost like a uniquely vulnerable populace when it comes to like parasocial connection and like VTubers as a whole.
a human being like in the real world,
Yeah.
and it's not like she's like, oh, this is my character, right? I don't think that she plays a character. Like she is very open about like who she is.
I watch a streamer and she has no cam at all. I think she has a very normalish chat. Well, yeah, what? Of course she
Exactly.
can.
I feel like some VTubers,
A lot of people can have a normal chat. Like, I think that, frankly, the less of your physical form you show, the less likely you are to have, like, truly parasocial or romantic people because they lack that level of familiarity or understanding. They lack the visual element of appraising one's tone. I could never be camless because I speak so monotonally.
on the other
I
hand,
am not expressive enough to be a
and are
camless
like,
streamer. Nor am I funny enough, you know? You guys are here for the moneymaker.
I'm a burnt
My bussy.
peanut, or I'm a. That's not the best example. I'm a I don't know what I don't watch any fucking VTubers, but like
Chipley's so funny.
they play a character, right? Like they do, right?
A lot of them do and don't. Like if you were VTuber, for instance, like you just slap like an anime version of yourself on there, you wouldn't really change anything, honestly. Like
What?
Okay. So VTubers aren't like, ooh, like I'm a schoolgirl. Like they don't do that.
there are, and then there are people who are like, I don't bother with that. Let's just get me on the screen because I don't want to show my face. Like I don't want to put on makeup or put on clothes or whatever. Just let me do the thing.
Is your character sexy? Like, are you attracted to the character or the personality more so, or both?
Yes and yes.
Wow.
So you crank it to hentai, right? Like you
Yeah.
you watch that
Okay, he's
hentai
sniffing this
do you
out.
go 2D for the most part, or do you,
Crazy Rage was faceless in your beginnings. Well, no, it makes sense. That's why Rage is so fucking good at what he does. He's incredibly expressive. He's incredibly effective as a streamer.
do you do
Tentacles and all
like
that?
meat space porn as well?
I've been real worlding it more as times pass. Like
Dude, so I was feeling sleepy, so I went to get more caffeine, and now I had more caffeine, but instead of feeling more energy, I just feel anxious.
if it was
Now I feel just as ineloquent and like congested intellectually as I did before, but now now my heart's beating faster.
me from a long time ago, I'd
That's the term.
probably be 2D.
Okay, so you went from 2D to the real world. You've been real worlding it.
Oh,
Because as time passed, because it's been like, I guess like at this point,
if you have ADHD and drink caffeine, you get more tired. I don't think you get more tired. Like you still block adenosine, which staves off sleepiness. That element's still there, but you aren't going to get like wired in the same way someone who doesn't have it would, you know?
5.5 years since I've
Guys, is this Squeaks? Doesn't it sound like Squeaks?
known this VTuber. One of the easiest ways to kind of like distance.
Wait. You've
And,
been
like,
in love. So
partition
have you
is
been in
to-
love for those 5 years?
I've been saying it since the start that this sounds exactly like Squeaks.
A lot of it, yeah.
Chatter, have you had a real relationship in the past 5.5 years while you were in love with this VTuber, or no?
No, I got it all
Let me
out.
tell you something, by the way.
No, it's the cadence with which they speak.
Oh my God, COVID.
If this VTuber cared about you in any way, she would tell you that she is like you're derailing your life.
I think it also depends the extent to which he's expressing this. It could also be happening in a very one-sided way. You know what I mean?
Like
Yes.
like you're slowing progress down in your real life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
She doesn't give. She just like, you know what I'm saying? She just cares about that view and that bread or whatever the fuck you give. Because like I'm telling you, gang, that's not right, bro.
Yeah, no, that's not good. I would say tap out of it.
You're a COVID victim, bro.
Phase out. Yeah, phase out of it. Right. You already started. You're locking in. You're jerking off the real porn. That's a good first step.
Sakuna shit must have hit like a nuke for him. There are probably a lot of people who were decimated by that.
Okay. And no more.
From what I understand, like VTube fans actually have like, they would experience a lot of face reveals as being a true faux pas. Like even if you were beautiful, they don't want to know. They don't want to like draw attention to the fact that there is someone behind the character, right?
More hentai, no more VTube for you. Dr. Jihad is writing you a prescription. Okay.
Wait, what state you live in, bro? I'll call you a prostitute right now, gang. Get you some real pussy.
Okay.
I promise you. You're not going. I'm telling you, gang.
have different prostitutes in every state.
Bro,
Nah,
it's too many questions.
No, it's
Look,
fine. I don't believe Zohan when he says he's not going to give everyone the bisexual girlfriends. It'll happen.
Yeah. Okay. So he's in New York.
Wait, Zohan?
No, he watches your broadcast, Hassan. No. Everyone is spiritually in New York in the Hasanabi broadcast.
What?
Zoran.
What he said?
The mayor. It's a joke. He's joking. He was supposed to give everyone a bisexual girlfriend. Okay. No, but like going back to, serious solutions to your serious problem.
Rachel, I'm Sohan. like the Mossad propaganda films.
That you're
starring
facing.
Adam Sandler.
Definitely pull the ripcord. The faster you turn this around, the better it'll be for you. The healthier it'll be for you. Definitely go out and do stuff in the real world and develop real world relationships.
I appreciate the patience with which they're being like, stop dating the person you're not dating.
Mm-hmm. And
he's always talked about, dude, all I want to do is live in New York City. I just need more streamers to live in New York.
Unsub from the VTuber. I wouldn't even go back to that community at all.
And I want to let you know right now, you are savable. You're actually low-key aware. You're aware of everything you're doing, all the wrong things.
You were parasocial. That's a good start.
You're fucking savable. A lot of people will be doing all this for years, not even realize how destructive it is to their life. But you seem like you're aware. You just have to take.
Well, I think that New York offers a lot of different like complications by way of internet, from what I can tell. She recently did an advice stream with Marsh. Maybe you can ask her for the logistics of pulling it off. I think I could. I just think that it gets more interesting if you have a broader community, What do you mean by that? Well, I think to guarantee that you have the right service, I imagine that the buildings probably have much more varied. I don't know how it really works, but I know like living in Austin, for instance, each neighborhood having different like internet providers more or less makes it so that there are a lot of places you just can't live. So I imagine it's difficult to find the intersection of place that has a good layout for streaming, that is also close to things you want to do, that is also, sufficient by way of fiber internet. I'm not sure, though.
Necessary steps now to reverse that. Because I feel like you're a smart dude to an extent.
Go to the gym.
Because you need really good, reliable internet, right? Never heard of that issue with internet in the city? Yeah, it might not exist. I just know that generally in a lot of cities, there's like more or less like one like hegemonic provider in a certain area where they like own the fiber networks, and if you don't have access to that, you're fucked.
Dude, definitely hit the gym, hit the weights.
Oh yeah, no, I'm trying, but that's another story because I got hit by a car. So I got Kirk surgery and
wait, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap it up.
Okay,
tough life, bro.
That's all right.
yeah.
Well,
forget
all
about
right.
that.
I think Rage is
Thank
just
you so
marveling
much,
at the
Dr.
life.
Jihad.
All right, no problem, man. All right, have a good one.
Motherfucker got hit by a car. Yo, this nigga life sucks.
Yo, don't say that. Don't say that.
Jesus Christ.
I feel bad. That was crazy. That was
Damn.
that
Frogan's
is
good.
Legit. No, he not even like 30. I don't feel bad for him. What the fuck? Come on, bro.
Look, man, a lot of people just went into the portal. It was like a temporal wormhole. Like COVID hit, everyone's just 30 now. That's how it feels, Like it's just like it really it's a challenging thing to condemn.
I mean, COVID cooked him. COVID cooked him. He said 5.5 years. I was like, that's COVID time.
Damn, that literally was COVID time.
Bro, I've done unsavory things during COVID.
Wait, whoa. What you mean by that?
Kirk surgery? Wait, I have actually no idea.
I went on the virtual reality. I was doing virtual reality shit on stream. There's like videos of me moaning.
It's kind of funny because there was a time where Hassan was a normal streamer, you know, who did fun things.
Into the fucking virtual reality.
And I forget that because that was all before my time.
Headset.
Let me tell you something. Peak COVID?
Yeah, peak COVID.
Listen, I was in my room. My girlfriend at the time was at work. You know what I'm saying? I put on my VR headset. I had some VR goons, gang. But I just had to try it out, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I had to try it out. I had to see what the hype was about. That was the most regret.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone who's ever owned a VR headset has been like, huh.
I've ever
and then you're like, oh.
had in my life.
And you're like, eh.
I sat there, bro.
What happened to Wake's VR headset? I'll be honest, I didn't really use it. It just kind of exists in my, it exists like on my desk at home.
She probably gonna
I thought I was gonna. No. I mean, I've used a VR headset before then. I looked at VR porn for the first time when I was like 25, probably.
She probably gonna see.
It's too much setup. Yeah, I just don't.
Just like, oh goddamn, what the fuck? I'm sitting there in a pool.
No more. Well, I also don't really. I don't really use like visual porn. Have you thought about renting an Airbnb and streaming elsewhere? Wait, like why would I do that though?
On my nut, just like with a headset.
Like you mean like just like traveling and streaming places?
And I'm like, yo, what the
I mean, right now I'm streaming in Vegas in my buddy Josh's house.
fuck is wrong?
I just packed up a camera and plugged it into his computer.
Yeah,
I don't know. You're in for New York City. Well, the thing is that like streaming is fun, but like not necessarily in isolation. You know, I wouldn't want to go there and just do nothing.
Yeah, that's
like wait for people to do shit with. You know,
that's a lot.
I threw that bitch out right then and there, gang. Shit pissed me off. Fuck.
Sometimes you got to explore things, though. It's not you're better off for it, right?
Whole fucking headset on my head and shit. I had to log out the shit. Like what?
All right, who do we got here? And what's your problem, Chatter?
We have Emma, she, her. So I'm gonna start giving people like a 10-minute limit. So whenever it gets to that, I'm just gonna tell them to wrap it up.
Okay. Girl, right. What's up, Emma? What's going on? What's your issue?
Hi. So I'm hooking up with my dad's friend.
Oh.
That's good, Emma.
Wow.
Huh?
No. Wait, you hooking up with your dad's friend?
Yeah. He's 56 and I'm 23.
Oh. Wow.
Okay. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did this person watch you grow up?
Yeah. So we met like 7 or 8 months ago.
Okay.
At this bar that I go to. Okay. At this bar that I go to, we like bonded over football and stuff, and like everything was chill and like friendly. And then like my birthday rolled around and I kind of got a little messed up.
Don't look at chat. Don't read chat going forward. All right, keep going.
I'm scared. I'm not even looking at chat. I don't even want to know.
Man.
Yeah. So
you were 22 when you met this 53-year-old man or 56-year-old man.
Yeah.
And then you turned 23. Okay. All right.
Okay. Oh my God, Emma, thank you for the tier 1. Holy shit. Thank you so much.
Keep it going. All right.
Yeah. Basically I hit on him and he reciprocated and he was like, hey.
Is he hot?
Come over to my house.
I was gonna ask that. Is he fine?
He's probably hot. I mean, like, you know.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, she's hooking up with him, you know.
Like, is he in good shape? Like, how is this?
Yeah, she's just subbed.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. And your father does not know about this, obviously, right?
No, absolutely.
The average WakeWilder chatter is indeed fucking your dad, chat. It's important you know that.
That's where it
gets
like, listen.
Wait, what happened?
No. Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. And your father does not know about this, obviously, right?
No, absolutely not.
That's where it gets like, listen.
I
If
know.
all parties knew and were transparent, I can't even be mad because you grown ass people, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But that's your pop's friend, gang. You like he can't trust that. Is it like a good friend? Like a yo, that's my buddy.
No, they met like a year ago-ish. Like this is
I'm so curious. Wait, so Emma, did you know that this was your father's friend when you met him, or did you meet him as a different person and then you discovered it?
like they're not like buddy. You know what
Like, is this like a meet cute love actually kind of thing, or is this like a oh, I know you?
I mean? Like they kind of see each other at the bar frequently and they talk.
He's 33 years older than you. At that point, I'm going to be honest. I just feel like that's such a big age gap that the problem of it is kind of nullified. Now, hear me out. Like, I think that the age gap is so extreme that the power dynamic almost feels like balanced, maybe. How do I describe this? Like, that is a fairly old person. They're getting older, at least. It feels to me a little different than like the 28-year-old dating the 21-year-old, you know, where I feel like there's this sort of starry-eyed, like, wow, this person's like on their, they're in this like formative element of they're in the formative phase of their lives. And like, you know, the degree to which someone can make normal to them problematic things seems greater. I don't know the extent to which someone would see a lot of like, I don't know the extent to which a 56-year-old's perspective is going to be venerated in the same way someone in like the 28 to 35 demographic is. I don't know. It's curious.
But it's not like, I don't know. Like they're
Like, it doesn't feel serious anymore.
friends.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's bad.
So what's the problem other than everything that you've explained so far? Like, what's the specific problem currently?
So basically, I'm just having like doubts about it because like
Okay.
sometimes it's good and then sometimes I'm just like
It's such an extreme age gap that it doesn't feel as though like anyone is taking it seriously. It feels almost exclusively like exclusively for the experience. It feels like science. I don't know.
I feel like I'm saying yes just because he's asking.
Whoa.
Oh.
Like to go over and stuff and like
Okay.
you know.
Wait, what do you mean you have
Like-
doubts about it?
Like
If
bored?
you don't want to fuck this guy, you don't fuck this guy, right? I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
No, I do, but like
Hmm.
I know like morally it's kind of like fucked a little, like a decent amount, right?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if I'd say that.
wait, is he married?
No,
Oh.
he has kids though. He has 2 kids and they're in high school.
Okay.
Listen, girl, run, gang. Run. You can't trust that nigga. He's fucking his friend's daughter, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
You understand?
Not exactly
yeah.
a beacon of moral excellence.
No,
Yeah, she won't stop
he's
giving
not.
you kisses.
He's not like bad
girl.
though.
He's
not like
what?
a bad person. He's not like a bad person though. I
I mean,
wouldn't
he's
be.
kind of doing a.
You gotta understand.
I mean, like, I don't know. I'm trying to like maintain an open mind to this because like what he's doing is like maybe weird. I mean, it is weird. This is a very significant age gap. Like, I do think that there is something weird about being interested in someone who's that much younger than you. Maybe it's strictly about taboo, but that taboo is kind of bizarre. I don't know.
He's lining his.
Well, certainly, yeah, okay. Is he a terrible friend? I guess, like, I don't think that the friendship element of it, because, like, for instance, like, if you have a friend who's like, let's say that your sister, you have sex with your sister's friend. Is that person a bad friend for having sex with you? I don't know. I don't think that the idea of having sex with someone's family member makes it unethical. I think the biggest issue is the enormous chasm in age and like the desire to date someone who is like kind of like infantile in comparison to you, you know, like, I don't know. Sister doesn't equal child, though? Not even close to the same? Okay, but I think that, okay, but hear me out. I think that you're saying that because of the age gap. Right? Like, if age wasn't a part of that equation, it really is just blood relation. It's being a family member. You know what I mean? So it's hard to create analog for it that nullifies the enormous age gap. Like, okay, let's hear this. Let's say that you befriend a 56-year-old as a 25-year-old, okay? This is one of your homies. You guys work together. He's become your boy. You guys spend a lot of time together, and then you meet his daughter and you fuck him. Is that unethical? Why? Why is that unethical if you as a 25-year-old have sex with one of your friend's daughters? And why is that any different than having sex with someone's sister in the event that there's no age gap? Bro code? Why? Why wouldn't you, as a friend, why are you hanging out with people who you wouldn't be like comfortable with? Like, I don't understand that. Why is that weird? Am I going crazy for thinking that this is some kind of bizarre, like saving the pussy for yourself Freudian shit? I don't understand. I don't understand this impulse to be like, because this is someone I am related to, I cannot possibly imagine someone who I like and opt to spend time with having a sexual connection with them. I think it's predicated on like you aren't the gatekeeper of their sexual or romantic fulfillment. Keeping it a secret that's bad rather than unethical? Sure. I mean, I could see that. I just don't necessarily... I've always found it to be very weird how cagey people are about family members having sex with individuals they opt to spend time with. If this is someone that you have selected as a friend, why is it that you are somehow incapable of considering why a family member of yours would also like to spend time with them and see them as a potentially like viable partner? You know what I mean? The age gap is probably the issue that you have in that it feels like, in most instances, if your father's friend, right, has interest in you, this is kind of like someone who is an almost paternal or like, you know, mentory role in your life, sexualizing you, which feels more pedophilic, which feels more exploitative, right? But like the point of someone that you're related to having sex with someone that you're friends with, I don't think that that's an issue. He became closer friends with the guy after fucking his daughter? Is that insane? Wait, that is insane. I missed that. I mean, yes, the age gap is insane, but I also think a 23-year-old woman is capable of choosing who she wants to have casual sex with. In the same way that I is like, dude, like when I was like 19, I was having sex with women who were like over a decade older than me. Like, it's not like I was lucid in choosing it. I think that the people who choose to date someone younger than themselves to that extent are weird. You know what I mean? Yo, Fat Marmot, thank you so much. How was it? I mean, it was okay. I mean, like they were just older than me and we were having sex with them, you know? I mean, I guess having had that experience, it's like looking back, I never felt like they were taking me seriously. I think they found me attractive. I was, you know, interested in their, you know, lived experience and wanted to explore that. That's it, you know? A horny 19-year-old man having casual sex with an older woman is way different. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that it's way different. I think that it has everything to do with the people who are in question. I think that a 19-year-old can be like desperately pining for the validation of an older person in a way that could be problematic. In the same way, I think an older person can be hoping to corral and control a younger person without the lived experience to deny that control altogether, right? Like, of course it can, but like, I don't think that the gender is as significant in this particular context. I only really consider gender to be a meaningful consideration in terms of what is or isn't acceptable, based mostly on power differentials or the capacity to physically, overpower someone, right? Does appearance matter here? What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean by that. Would you become friends with those women's adult children? Someone who I've had sex with? I mean, sure, if they're cool. Why not? I mean, like, I don't know. Would they want to be friends with me is another question, right? I think that maybe they'd be like, I don't want to hang out with the dude who fucked my mom. But like, Probably just because I could dunk on that a bunch. You're feeling like this man preyed on a child when she wasn't? Yeah, I mean, like, I do think that, like, you can make fun of someone in the event that they are trying to take seriously a younger person. Maybe you could say, like, why aren't you finding women your age attractive? But I don't think that there's an intrinsic ethical infraction here as much as it is just kind of weird, you know? Like, I, as a younger person, dated women significantly older than me over windows of time, or at least hooked up with, had sex with, because they were, like, interesting to me. That was someone who that wasn't like a peer, you know? Like, they had different experiences and references. Them trying to date me seriously, I would consider to be incredible, like, loser behavior, frankly. You know? We have nothing in common. We don't really share eye to eye on anything, you know? Different cultural experiences, different cultural reference points. We probably aren't really connecting, you know? So your desire to be with me is probably born of like a vanity or of a desire to control, etc., right? That's more of how I'd see it. At 23 years old, you don't make the best decisions. An older man, understand the power dynamic between the two. I don't understand what the debate is. He's being predatory. His kids would have been in elementary school the same time as Emma. I mean, like, I don't know, man. I just think that you're a fucking adult at 23. Like, the most we can really do is make fun of the guy. I don't necessarily... Do you guys talk to your fucking parents, by the way? They're fucking morons. I hate to say this to you, but it's not as if you see your parents at 23 as these beacons of wisdom. It's different when you're an actual, like, developing student. I just don't think that you're going to look at a 56-year-old man and be like, oh, I'm going to, like, unapologetically and without consideration align with whatever he has to say because he's older. I think you largely see older people as being kind of, you know, behind the times, crystallized, unwise now. I don't know. Like, this isn't dating. And I don't mean to be unwoke here, by the way. Like, my belief in it is more so, I guess, and maybe I'm relying on anecdote to an extent that's problematic, right? Because I dated much older women for windows of time. I mean, never seriously, but like, I kind of just assumed that they liked how I appeared, you know? Like, there wasn't much more to it. I was a very visibly adult. Maybe I looked a little young. It's clear that we didn't have a lot in common, but we enjoyed fucking each other, and that was that, you know? I think that the problem is someone like really trying to control, corral, or like ingratiate themselves into the lives of a much younger person, you know? Because that, to me, is indicative of some kind of maladaptive desire to control. But I don't think someone hitting me up to come by their house and like fuck them is particularly predatory. I think that it can be consensual in that context. I think that individuals really trying to pursue that to an extent beyond what is like casual is where things kind of get really weird. As a 24-year-old, I see older people, such as my parents, have much more wisdom than I do. Who pursued who? Is she genuinely in control of the relationship? True. Look, I do think that there are a lot of like possible variables where things can get problematic, you know? Of course. I don't think that there's anything wrong with like being like, huh, maybe. There are people of all ages who are not mature, so saying 23-year-olds are not mature enough is ridiculous. Well, to be clear though, the likelihood of a 23-year-old being as mature as someone who is in their 30s is probably pretty slim, right? But there's a certain age that we kind of have to universally agree that, like, it's kind of like with the age of consent. I think the age of consent is an incredibly kind of like tenuous benchmark for preparedness, oftentimes dramatically undershooting it. But at a certain point, we have to decide that, okay, someone is like, in all likelihood, physically adult. And, you know, we have entrusted them with the ability to be gainfully employed, join the military, etc. Like, they possess an autonomy that you have to respect. So in the event that a law isn't being broken, and again, this can move around everywhere, right? This can move around everywhere. Like, the idea of what preparedness looks like can shift, just so we're clear. However, it's an arbitrary and largely tenuous sort of benchmark for what we are just like, okay, even if it's not perfect at this point, you get to make your own decisions. You know what I mean? Eventually, we have to decide that. And then everything after that point is now a matter of the court of public opinion. We can't indict you on criminal charges, but we can make fun of you for being a loser, right? And I think at the end of the day, the 56-year-old trying to fuck the 23-year-old in all likelihood is a bit of a loser. Just a bit of a loser, you know? In all likelihood. It's a little lame, you know? I think that someone trying to date a 23-year-old at that age is demonstrably lame. You know, like that is turbo loser behavior. That is a total inability to find connection meaningfully with people of your peer group. You know, it's typically like a pathetic trying your best to salvage youth and feel young. I'd make fun of that, right? Way off topic, but Wake and Chad, you're interested in that Metro game trailer yesterday. The previous 3 games are on sale for $10 on GOG. Oh, maybe I'll look at that. But I don't know. I do think that we have a problem with like kind of like infantilizing younger people to an extent. Like, I don't know. I guess I'll put it this way. Like, I don't really think that I have like much in common with someone who's like 22, for instance. Like, even if they're out of college, I think I'd have a very difficult time dating them seriously, right? Or like trying to connect with them, you know? And because a lot of my attraction to someone and my desire to have sex with them is built upon my ability to connect with and like banter and like engage in serious conversations, I do think that I have a hard time wanting to have sex with a 22-year-old, you know, even if I find them physically good looking. Like if they're physically attractive to me, that doesn't necessarily mean that I would enjoy the prospect of fucking them because, you know, sex is a little more dynamic than that to me. I don't have like this, you know, impossibly high threshold for connection, but it's a little beyond thinking you're hot, you know? Now, when it comes to this, I do think that like, I don't know. I mean, like, for instance, like the youngest date I went on, like I went on a date with someone who was 24 when I was 30. And like, I had a fine time with them. I actually had a really easy time chatting with them. They were adults, had cool perspectives and opinions, didn't feel as if it was talking with anyone who was significantly younger than me. You know, they had a good job. They were paid well. I didn't feel weird about it. With that said, like, it still was a little odd. I don't know. I just find it all to be kind of strange. How come we don't call old rich guys losers for dating 20-year-olds, though? Well, we are. That's what we're saying. They are. Yeah, I think that the real big issue is that, like, it's very person to person. Like the person who I was talking with, who was 24, I connected with, like she was a refugee. She had lived a lot of cool lives. Like, you know, she's been through a lot of formative struggles, you know, was tasked with independence at an early age. And because of that, over time, it was like, okay, yeah, like this is someone who's lived enough experience to where when I'm interacting with them, I don't feel as if it's like impossible to connect. Do you know what I mean? So it's very person to person. I don't think that your chronological age is all that meaningful. I've talked with people my age who I'm like, oh, this is literally fucking impossible to connect with you. But I will say that we have very clear parameters for what should or shouldn't be deemed a consensual like engagement that I think are fair. And if anything, a bit lenient, you know? Not falling in love. He's great in bed. He just wants me to go over like every day and I don't want to. I have work and I'm busy and I feel bad not being able to go over. I enjoy getting with him and still guilt in the back of my head because of my dad. I don't know, man. I think that, what do you mean connect? I mean to feel as if I have the ability to like meaningfully explore intellectual or philosophical kind of conversations with them. Like, I think that's fun. I want to be able to like muse about things with my partner, you know? And also, like, I don't really have riz. I'm not very good at small talk. If people don't want to talk about the niche shit I'm into, I'm probably not going to be all that attractive to them because I don't enjoy entertaining conversations that I find substanceless. That's difficult with most girls. Who the fuck are you dating, King? I think it's difficult with most people. Most of the time, I end up like going on a date with someone. I suss out whether or not I'll be able to have a meaningful conversation with them very quickly. In fact, like a lot of like if I meet someone online, I have like questions I ask that are essentially like ways of. So I'll give you an insight. Okay, so when I was like using Raya to go on dates, I always had a question I'd ask people, which is like, okay, what would your last meal be and why? Like, what would it be? And I could always tell from the depth of response whether or not someone was going to think about it, whether or not someone was like a thinking person. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean that in like a way that's meant to like vilify those who don't give meaningful responses, but like I had answers like, what was the last way? I had an answer given to me that was like, okay, like a really meaningful treatise on all of the things that have been cooked for her over her life and why it was that she was like, you know, appreciative of it and why she'd want to experience it, you know? When it's Raya, they don't need respect. It's Raya, they don't need respect. Well, to be clear though, like you meet really cool people on that app, right? And then I had another person who was like, I don't know, strawberries, something light. And I was like, oh, this is, what do you mean? You're about to die. You're about to die. You're going to have something light? Is your like, and I remember like I unmatched the person who said something light because I was like, this isn't someone I'll ever have a meaningful conversation with, you know? But like legitimately one of the best like dates I ever went on and best like series of dates, I guess, you know, I mean, you know, eventually peters out, but it came from someone who gave me a really meaningful response. So like there are ways to assess whether or not you're going to connect with someone pretty quickly if you ask the right questions. You know what I mean? Giving someone the opportunity, and I don't mean being dense or like really heavy-handed about it. I don't mean asking them about like, don't be like a fucking, like, well, you know, Foucault says, like, you don't have to do shit like that, but like give them the opportunity to give you a superficial answer to a question that could also be remarkably well considered, right? I am not a celebrity. So I was on Raya because I was a model. And so Raya exists for like one of two things, right? You're either a celebrity, which is kind of their pseudo target demo, or you are someone that a celebrity would potentially like to date. So models, people with like, you know, like who went to like Harvard or something, or have like really high paying jobs. Those people go on Raya. You know what I mean? And they are essentially the bait that brings in celebrities, and the celebrities are the baits that kind of bring in individuals who aren't famous, etc. That's kind of how that works. Some people are famous. Some people are individuals that would like to be, yeah, I mean, you could call it classism for sure. You part of Soho House as well? I don't even know what that is, bro. Hi to everyone, but I'm kind of bad at it. I mean, I'll be honest, Emma. I've never had a friends with benefits situation that ends in any outcome other than someone catching feelings and the relationship becoming a functional disaster. So if I were you, I'd plan your exit strategy unless you want to start dating this guy, because eventually something's going to tip. That's my honest to God position. Beyond moralizing it, beyond saying, you know, you can't fuck your dad's friend. I don't really care. I, as an adult, have pursued women significantly older than me, never really felt preyed upon or taken advantage of. But I do think that they could have approached it with that, you know, their approach could have absolutely, I was just kind of like not really susceptible to it because of how I interacted with them, I guess, and my pre-existing understanding of it. How to end it without it going bad? I mean, it depends on what you think going bad looks like. I think as long as you're like relatively like safe in your domicile, you don't think this guy's going to like pursue you or bug you, you should be okay. But this is fun, but like, you know, I just think that we have too many differences, you know, to see where this goes. Yeah, I mean, like, this isn't going to go anywhere productive. I don't think that dating or like sincerely being with someone who's significantly older than you is a real, like, you know, solution to this. And that's kind of where these things go.
His friend by fucking his.
I mean, like, I don't think that he reasonably thinks that this is going to go anywhere. And if he does, he's even more of a loser than he already is. But I don't know. Would Wake ever do a CHADVICE? Yeah, of course.
Daughter without telling him. That sounds like a.
The only thing I'm going to see him out constantly because we go to the same places. You might need to shift where it is you go for sure. But he also might be an adult about it. Who knows?
Pretty bad person.
How many years was he friends with your dad?
Only like a year, not even. Like probably 11 months, 10.
Didn't you say that he was your dad's best friend though?
Yeah, they are like best friends now, but like
That's
I don't
now
know.
weird.
That's nah, bro. Like,
So
I'm sorry.
he started spending more time with your dad after he started having sex with you?
Having a good time? Do you feel like your dad would hate it? Probably, right? Your dad would fucking
Yeah.
think
Oh
that's
no,
weird.
he would kill me. He would
kill you. He wouldn't kill him.
He would kill him.
I mean, probably both. I think we'd equally kind of be fucked. I enjoy it. There's just moments like, oh, this is so bad. Like when he finishes, he has an Irish accent. Like, and that's the only time he does it, mind you. Like,
What?
He has an finishes. He has an Irish accent. Like, and that's the only time he does it, mind you. Like, that's.
Wait, so
I don't know.
What?
Wait,
Can you recreate it?
Top of the morning. Like what? Like
Oh, there she blows.
I just did me cummies. Like what does he say?
Oh, me pot of cum.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Wow.
No.
No, it's not.
No,
So,
what does he
so-
actually
yeah,
say?
So RP real quick.
I don't want to say. It's like. I don't even want to say it.
No,
It's
do
bad.
it. I'm coming. Is that what it is?
Oi.
I'm coming.
Come
Yeah,
on, bro.
that's what it is. It's
Listen.
just it.
Listen,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I know people. We could tell you get away from that as much as we want, but people are gonna do what they want to do. You understand? In my opinion, I feel like you should stop doing that.
Yeah, man. I think at the end of the day, any situationship, any friends with benefit situation ultimately ends in someone catching feelings and things getting even stickier, you know?
Before it gets too crazy and your dad finds out without you telling him, now niggas is dead. You know what I'm saying? Now he got a shotgun in down his throat. You feel what I'm saying?
And he's gonna do the Irish accent right before his last moments. He's gonna be like, "Oh,
Blow his fucking top off, bro.
fucking kill me!
Come on, man.
Don't do it!"
There's no good ending to this right now. It's
Yeah,
not, I don't,
no.
You feel me?
It's
I
like
know.
a movie, but not like a good one.
No, not a good one. Yeah, because we've kind of talked about it. Like, it's not. There's no fucking way that this is going into like a serious thing. Absolutely
There's just little things like that where I don't like certain things, but I don't know if that's just me being petty. Wait, like what?
not.
So,
You know, like we've kind of.
I have a question for you. Is he Irish or is he doing a bit?
He is Irish, but not enough Irish for that
Oh no, he's like American claim, like St. Patty's Day enthusiast Irish.
to be like good. You know what I mean? He's like a fake motherfucker that's like, oh, I'm so Irish, but you're not, dude. Sorry.
Like, is this without doxing yourself, is this a small town situation?
I don't know. I feel like I could say that my grandma is from Ireland, so it's fine.
It sounds like it's a small town situation with slim pickings and only a few hot spots.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you I don't even know how you like maneuver around the situation with your dad. I would just like chop it up and go find someone age appropriate, you know?
Yeah.
I'm
30
sure,
years on your ass.
Yeah, that's
Suburb of a big city, but family knows everyone. Yeah, I would start going into the city more. If I were you, Emma, I would probably find a way to very, like, you know, graciously and calmly end things, probably over a text or something, so as to not put yourself in a weird position, and go explore your peer group more, or at least like age appropriate, you know. And not to say that it's like, I don't think it's necessarily inappropriate for you, you know.
That's definitely what I would suggest.
There has to be better dick. I think that there is, but you also underestimate just how I think you underestimate just how desolate the sexual experiences of most women are.
Then you try to avoid seeing him around.
I think finding an even moderately considerate person a person who at the very least is including your pleasure in like their sexual calculus is pretty rare. In that most men are only considering the pleasure of their partner in the context of their own sort of self-aggrandizement, you know?
On your dad.
Like, oh, look at what I did. Fuck yeah. That's why a lot of men continue to like never ask questions, commit voraciously to a rhythm or like method of stimulating that the other person isn't responding to, and why women eventually just fake coming, you know?
And
these amount of guys that I've met are not what I'm looking for. I think a lot of this started well because we started as friends first as well. Yeah, possibly. I think that having that degree of like, but also like, I don't know. I didn't have a lot of 50-something-year-old friends as a 20-year-old.
Hope for the best from that point on, because, you know, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, like, we're fine. Like, I just saw him last night at the bar and stuff, and everything was normal. You know what I mean? Like, because my dad was there and nothing like... I don't know. We hide it okay-ish. I don't know. I'll probably end it, I think.
Yeah, you should.
I think it's weird that he's befriending his friend's kid. Yeah. Because of the bar, man, you're hanging out with the one old, like an old fucking, like, it's like you got to be an Irish pub full of old white dudes.
You should end it and then get with a real nigga. Out there somewhere. Out there somewhere.
Can you like send somebody over or something then?
Yeah, I'll send you some recommendations.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Recommendations.
It's a real fucking pub.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
Hey, Brogan, make sure I get her Instagram.
Getting closer to the dad after is incredibly weird. I don't know. That tells me that the dude is like, I don't know, man. That just feels like he's like, look, he's asking you to hang out a lot. He's getting closer with your father. It feels like he's kind of ingratiating himself into your life in a way that I would find potentially alarming.
Shit.
No,
personally.
Stop.
Do you... Well, I'm kidding. I mean, it's up to you.
Hey, Brogan, let me know. Don't say it on here. I don't need people flooding your shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Feel me?
He wants the dad. You're just an obstacle.
Trying to keep it anonymous.
Oh my God.
A little bit. I feel like I gave too much away. All right. Bye. Thanks, guys.
That was crazy. That was actually crazy.
Oh,
what
wow.
the fuck?
Does kind of feel suffocating at times. Yeah. So this is what I'd say about, I think that generally, well, I do think that you're probably an adult, right? You are an adult. And I think that you are perfectly conscious of deciding whether or not you want to have casual sex with someone of any age. I think that someone who's 56 is developmentally stunted for wanting to spend this much time with a 23-year-old. Hear me out. I would be so underwhelmed by that experience if I was dating someone who was even like 23. You know what I mean? What it is they're interested in, the things that they're engaging with, the sort of phase of life they're stuck in. I would not want to see that person every day. You know what I mean? If this was like a casual, we hook up maybe once a week, like, but you guys were friends and then you like, this just strikes me as an incredibly dull dude. He might be fun to hang out with. Maybe there's like, oh, I get to have these like unique, you know, let's say like perspectives or discourses, and that's nice. But ultimately, the fact that he's spending more time with your father while also trying to see you nightly is more of the cause for concern. You know? So if I were you, I would consider sending a message and being like, hey, I don't think that this is going to be going anywhere, and I think it's better if we cut our losses here. You know, we have to be realistic about where this is going. You know, you want to spend more time with me, you know, I don't know, something to that extent. But again, but that's what's scaring me a bit, because when we started this, we agreed to once a week. Well, I mean, like, yeah, if he's enjoying, if you guys have good sexual chemistry, I think that it's somewhat like natural for people to want to see each other more and more. I just don't think that this is a good or normal person, typically. Like, the behaviors themselves are strange. You know what I mean? I think that, moreover, what I'd like to say is that you, as a 23-year-old woman, I don't think that you did anything necessarily incorrect. I do think you're capable of consenting to someone who's this much older. I think that the problem is someone that much older wanting to be around someone that much younger as often as they do. You know? I think that going from the position of like relative authority in your life as a friend of your father's is already deeply asymmetrical. In something that is probably of sexual fascination to him. And I think that it'd be one thing if you were just exploring, like, I don't know, an age kink or something and your own volition, and every now and then you were hooking up with someone. Like, I wouldn't see that as being potentially problematic, but this is what gives me more pause. You are concerned enough about it to talk to tens of thousands of people about it. You know what I mean? Like, it is giving you concern enough. I think that that is reason to potentially say, maybe I know implicitly that something uneasy is kind of materializing here, right? I am being made uncomfortable by the trajectory of this. I don't know if that's fair. I'm kind of speaking for you in that regard, but ultimately you're identifying something that feels, if anything, maybe just a bit compromising, you know? Because I never really felt the need to talk about whether or not my relationships with older people when I was younger were appropriate or not, because they were very contained. They didn't want to see me seriously. I didn't want to see them seriously. It was very, you know, inconsistent when we met up. It felt truly detached and like this was serving kind of like a joint function, you know? Spending time with you every day, becoming closer and closer with your father, I don't know. It just feels like kind of a, like there's a play here, you know? Yeah, I'm sure that, and I don't think that that's necessarily uncommon for that to happen. And of course, things can slowly change. But yeah, I would definitely say that if I were you, however it is you'd like to word it, finding a way to convey to them that, like, you don't really like where this is headed. You'd like to keep things more casual and, you know, just don't think that that's necessarily possible. You know, it was fun, but I think we need to take our leave here. And then, you know, find some new places to haunt, you know, get more into the city, spend time with people. You don't have to be finding, like, look, I've spent a lot of time. I would even say embarrassingly long stretches of time completely chaste because I just didn't find anyone to be worth complicating my life for, you know? And that's okay. I do think it's probably very rare and fulfilling to have like a generally competent sexual partner for women. I mean, even for men, I know that it can feel that way. But yeah, this is definitely going in a direction that I think you're at least subconsciously assessing is problematic. So you should listen to yourself here. The fact that you're calling in for advice says it's probably not that normal.
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
People get into some shit, man.
Yeah, you want to be on Fox News.
Next person is Joe. Joe, him.
What's up, Joe?
Yo, what up, bro?
What's going on?
Shit. Oh, might be. Yo, thank you for having me. I got my friend, dude. Every time we go out, man, shout out the boy. Dude, he's not gay, but he looks like a lumberjack, but he can do the splits.
Wait, are you drunk? Wait, what's happening here? What? Wait, what's happening, gang?
I'm like a couple beers deep.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah, but like, hear me out. Every time we go out, bro, he just wants to stunt his shit, and no matter what, he'll be like 2 drinks deep, and he just wants to do the splits in front of everybody.
Can I DM Hassan the TikTok you sent me of him doing it, but he doesn't show it on stream?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't show it on stream.
Yeah, I won't show it on stream.
I mean, look, man, bro can do the splits. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, look, wait. There's a video of him doing the splits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to like viral.
It's got like 2 million views.
Sounds like this guy's jealous as fuck.
What? No, we gotta show the stream.
Okay, Frogan.
No, don't show the stream. Please don't show the stream.
No, I won't. Frogan, DM me the TikTok, please. We have to see it for.
Is butt fat at least, gang?
Yeah, Emma, man, I think that you're not I think you're describing something that's accessible, and like maybe the taboo of it was kind of exciting at one point, but like this is definitely on a problematic trajectory. If I were just to be giving advice to a friend, I'd say like this probably, like, your desire to seek counsel about it probably isn't because you want to be told it's okay. I think that you probably have a suspicion that this is going in the direction of disaster, and you're totally fair to say, I'd rather not continue to put my sanity or stability at risk, you know? You can find other guys, but also like you can just be by yourself and like get a cool vibrator and like like, I don't know, fucking book talk shit and just enjoy yourself, you know? Like you don't, some alternatives are better than just going and rolling the dice on whether or not you're going to have a worthwhile evening at a fucking bar in like downtown Chicago or something, you know?
Or is he popping it on some no booty
dude's
shit?
got like a hairy fucking six pack, bro.
Okay, mad people in the chat.
I know that like intimacy and connection is nice, but the one thing my 20s taught me is that it is not nicer than actual like embracing and considered intimate connection. You know, like the experience of physical intimacy isn't necessarily intimacy manifest. You know, it's like, yeah, you're going through the motions, but like, I don't know. It's cooler when you really like someone. I prefer to just wait for that nowadays.
Chat already know who this is, by the way. Just
Wait,
so
they know?
No, they haven't even seen the TikTok, but they're saying like, I know who this.
How the fuck? Oh, no, don't. Here, I'm actually gonna just do that.
Wait,
You think it has a lead up
Chat probably, dude, this TikTok's viral, bro. Chat probably has seen this.
yeah, chat knows what this is. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
No. That was for your sake, Emma.
All right, so that's my homie, right?
Bouncing on it. What the fuck?
Yo, gang.
What up?
Okay.
Yo, bro.
Dude, so hear me out. I got a girlfriend, right? But like, homie needs a girlfriend. Homie's the chillest, sweetest motherfucking guy. If he just cleaned up his beard and stopped doing the splits at the bar, he'd get a girl, bro. How do I
I'm going to be honest. I think he could get a girl doing the splits at the bar with a beard.
tell him to stop doing the fucking splits?
Listen, you be like, yo, big bro, listen.
Wait,
Rage's crazy uncle energy? Oh, 100%.
doing the splits doesn't help him get a girl? I don't
No,
understand.
he's scaring the hoes.
No,
he bouncing
bro.
on. He bouncing on imaginary cock. He's not only doing a split.
I
he
feel
start
like that
fucking
could-
bouncing, gang.
I feel like that could be impressive to the right lady.
Yo, bro. Yo,
Like,
Hear me out. You're right, bro. Hassan, you are right. It will be impressive to the right lady, but
Yeah.
the ladies at the bar don't want that.
yeah, they ain't trying to see a nigga pop like and drop it in the middle of the goddamn bars, huh?
I mean, he's already gone.
Some of us want a gay boyfriend. Some of us are looking for a gay boyfriend. Yes. A peggable, breedable, slutty gay boyfriend.
Viral, there's no one out there in the comments that are like, oh, I need me a man like this who can pop his shit.
Dude, I told him to start a TikTok, bro, and I'll post.
I'm going to be honest, man. Well, I only want a straight boyfriend. Well, of course, Gran, you're gay.
videos for him, but like,
Always.
If I've come to learn anything, it's that women want a gay boyfriend and gay men want a straight boyfriend. It's a tale as old as time.
So
Man.
you like this shit. You encouraging it, bro.
nah, dude, chill the fuck out. I'm telling you, I'm weirded out by this shit. Is what I'm trying to go at, bro.
Why are you weirded out by the splits?
Damn, chill, Rich.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
He is being W mans. You know what I'm saying?
He is being W as fuck. He is being W as fuck. I'm just like, hear me out. I want him to be like, hey, whatever girls are talking to, be like, hey, if you guys want to come back to my place, I can show you something, you know?
That is
What?
not the best.
That is
lot.
definitely not it.
seems
That's not going to land. That's not it. No. That's not. That will not.
serious, not an.
Yeah, he's weirded out because he's being made to feel things by his friend, the flexibility and yeah, no, 100%. That is, I think, one of the most salient takeaways I've come to like through my 20s. Learning what probes homophobia in men is never the concept of men fucking other men, right? That's not it. It's the fact that they recognize that sexuality is fluid and that there is at least a moderate percentage of gay inside of them, that there is some of the cells in their body respond to the thought of men kissing men, you know, or they identify femininity in something that they should otherwise only perceive masculinity in, right? Like when a man does something that is feminine, it is unnerving to men because in that moment they realize that the thing that they find attractive, femininity, can exist in a frame that is only meant to be masculine in their eyes, right? So when people present or perform sort of like, you know, a more fluid concept of what gender kind of is in some ways, it short circuits them. It's why I think the most conservative people are both the most drawn to and hostile towards trans identity. Because it all exists on this kind of confusing spectrum of expression and identity. And when so much of your life has been rooted in this sort of pride you feel in being heterosexual and this fear you feel of being gay and in turn condemned and in turn, like, you know, damned to an eternity of fire and brimstone and the dips of hell, etc., right? that's so self-confronting to them because it makes them have to reconsider so many years of social conditioning.
A good way, I think. I don't know if women would be appreciative of that kind of sentiment.
Listen,
But then what if we won't like spoil them with the TikTok or anything, but
this
like
is all
I
you
know
gotta
you're
do. That's all you
yeah.
gotta do, gang. They're like, yo, big bro.
But like, bro, I'm telling you, it's every fucking time.
You just
bro.
have a
It's kind of
conversation
annoying.
with. Have
It's
you
annoying
had
at
the
this point.
conversation
I mean,
with
it's
him yet?
impressive. It's an impressive skill. He has amazing skill. So I think
I agree.
It's a good skill. That should be his
Hassan.
TikTok.
I was actually helping someone, not trying to make the chud feel empathy. I need less chuds in my chat. We need to go on CHADVICE so we can get more people who are good faith human beings.
He does it on randoms.
Oh yeah, no, of course. No, I don't think you're doing anything bad, by the way.
Places.
And thanks for coming by, Emma.
Now that he went viral, fuck it, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
make
fuck
him.
it.
Okay, here's the solution. Make him make a TikTok where he just like pops, locks, and drops it. He bounces on it in like different places, like weird places. Like go to the Capitol, right? Like in the Capitol.
It just sounds so politics brained. Even in this like concept of a man making a twerk hype edit, he's like, do it in front of Congress. Okay, in front of a congressional committee, he's dropping it. He's bouncing on it. Okay, we have Gash Patel's there.
Rotunda, and he just
going on CHADVICE will get you a wave of haters in addition to good faith chatters. You know what I've realized? There is the people. It doesn't matter because people just associate me with Hassan no matter what anyway. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for me to ever evade anything involving Hassan because people already assume that I am like an active paid friend who's meant to be like astroturfing his PR, you know?
pops it, locks it.
Dead ass.
Yeah, and
like I was once under this delusion that I could like avoid hate by like depoliticizing my rhetoric and doing whatever it is I could to just be like a generally approachable streamer. And then I realized that all I'm doing is like muting the things I actually want to talk about while simultaneously capitulating to really the whole purpose of like well-coordinated hate campaigns, which is to, you know, neuter and muffle people who, you know, speak to depth about the things they believe. So I just am not like, I don't care. And
then he just does it everywhere, you know?
What it has to be people.
I'm literally here because Hassan recommended you as another woke lefty that is buff and attractive. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. You know, at the end of the day, I think a lot of me wanted to avoid like recognition from Hassan because I wanted my points to stand independent of his, like, he and I being like friendly, you know? Because while I do agree with a lot of what Hassan has to say, that's because I've independently arrived at convictions through a life I lived prior to ever really consuming content. You know what I mean? And I don't want my positions as I share them to be seen through the lens of like, well, this is to the benefit of like bolstering the hand that, like, you know, I'm like this is the hand that feeds, and I'm going to be saying whatever it is I need to say in order to stay in good faith. Like, I really wouldn't do that. If anything, I denied a great deal of personal advancement and gain by being so openly leftist when I existed in a very chuddy space. Like, I was actively critical of Asman, every step of his gradual radicalization. I was openly critical of Kick and Steak, every step of that gradual kind of colonization of my previous space, you know? I had a lot of opportunities to grift to the betterment of my immediate environment and the people that I was associated with, and I stood pretty firm against that. So I always have found it obnoxious that people would try to discredit. At the very least, I want you to assume that the dumb shit I say is solely because I believe it. You know what I mean? I don't care if you think that I'm friends with Hassan or anything. Like, I do. I like the guy. I'd consider us friends. I mean, I'm friends with Will, you know, but all my time spent with Hassan, I quite like him, you know? But all of my positions are the direct reflection of my own idiocy. You know what I mean? They do not. I do not watch the Piker broadcast. I'm reacting to this, but like I don't know what he says 90% of the time. You know, the only reason I know we're on the same page about things is because of times we've talked about shared beliefs or policies.
Around, so
and
it's
then,
like, yo,
and
what?
then you have to have an arc where he gets canceled because he popped it, locked it, and dropped it in the worst place.
If Caroline didn't exist, you and Will would be in a very passionate gay marriage. We'd definitely be in a lavender marriage of some kind. People are just shit. Yeah. Well, that's the thing I came to realize is that people who think that my positions are the direct result of some kind of like sycophantic sort of relationship I have to Hassan, which doesn't exist at all. If Hassan started saying shit I disagree with, I'd call him out on it in the same way I did people who I previously, enjoyed being around, That's never really been a problem for me. I would rather have my entire content career kind of go up in flames than to, capitulate to an ideology I disagree with, So moreover, I guess what I mean to say is that I realized that the people who would accuse me of such were individuals who were going to do so no matter what.
Yeah, or like, I don't know.
Is Hassan taller than me? I think both Hassan and myself believe the other person is taller. I think that it's very confusing. We're definitely like about the same height.
Wildfire.
When I stand next to Hassan, I think he's taller. He thinks I'm taller than him when I'm next to him, because I think when you look people like near eye level, it's very upsetting when you're tall.
Or something.
Yes, bro.
So then he has to pop, lock, and drop it in front of a family that was victims of the wildfire. Then he fundraises for that family, and then there's a redemption arc. And in the process of that redemption arc, he will find someone.
Or he's just gay as fuck. He could be gay as shit.
Is he
that was the question. That was the question. The question was, is my homie gay?
Bro. He hasn't opened up to me or the other homies.
Yo.
Getting height mogged is being like, that's like standing next to Zoil and you're just like, what the fuck, dude?
He high-key closeted. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Oh, so he says he's into women.
He does.
How about you open up to him first?
I'll be honest, man. I think a man who can throw down like that, who can really drop splits, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I got a girlfriend, bro.
No.
Well, no, I think when you're tall, the idea is like, are we the same height? That's more so the thing. Like, that's why eye level's uncomfortable. It's like, I don't know. Where do I put you in this hierarchy?
I'm not saying like confess your love for him, brother. I'm saying like, yo, bro, what is this, gang? Just like, yo, do you like cock? Like, what's up? Like, why you pop locking and drop it, doing the splits in the bar, bro?
All right, heard. You're right, bro.
And if you do like cock, that's cool.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
You can do the splits because you can also like break dance, bro. Like shit. Like
at this point, it's a waste if he doesn't like cock, because he is like he should be.
He's dropping like Christian level dance moves,
using his skills.
Yo, bro.
He's honestly kind of an elite and coveted gay archetype in that he's like, he sounds like a bear capable of twink behavior,
For penis.
There's mad niggas out there that fuck that little shit, gang. I'm telling you.
Yeah. All right.
Poetry from Josh.
All right. So the plan is open up, ask him if he's gay first, and then if even if he is or if he's not, do a TikTok page, make him pop, lock, and drop it, random ass places, go viral, make some bank,
or both. If he's bisexual, that could be the case
and
as well.
And some fame on his name and some bread, bro. You are W-mans. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey. You guys, dude, thank you, bro. You guys, dude, I'm sorry for the past, like, chat advice. You guys gave the best to me so far. I appreciate that.
No problem. I like hearing about the VTubers and the hentais and shit.
Look up Adam Killa on TikTok and follow that metric.
Adam Killa? I don't know who Adam Killa is. I don't have a TikTok high-key, but I'm about to make one, I guess. Fuck.
Adam
Do it.
Killa. Oh, yeah. This guy who's always like, if you're Palestinian, like, shake your booty or something. And then everyone's like, like, that's what he does.
What?
And then he does, like, music videos, too, but, like.
Okay, heard.
Yeah,
like, ooh, arrest me.
Cursing in Arabic is so vulgar. Yeah, it really hits,
Okay, I have seen that shit.
Yeah.
I have seen that shit.
See? Yeah, he's, like, super viral.
Damn, bro. Fuck yeah. Damn.
See, there you go.
Right.
Your homie could be that person. He could be the next Adam Killer.
Well, okay, all right, I'm gonna go out drinking with this dude, and I'm gonna be like, if I see him, he's gonna set his drink down, and he's gonna like get in the position to like pop, lock, and drop it. And what do? I'll just like grab his arm and be like, "Hey, bro." I like
Take that fucking camera out and start filming.
Yeah, first of all, if you're about to go out right now, film. But try to don't have the conversation at the bar, gang. Try to have that conversation with him post bar or pre-bar before you even leave the house.
Yeah,
I was like, bro is studying for the bar. Leave him alone.
Adam who they want. That's his username. Yeah, he does this stuff. He does this
Leave
stuff.
him alone.
Yeah, I'll look up that shit, bro.
Send this to your favorite Mexican. What the fuck?
I'll send that to the homie who can pop like and drop it.
Yeah.
Ooh, you Mexican. All right, that's not it, bro. Like, my homie can actually do this. Send this to somebody who named. Fuck.
Yeah, but
the kid's going.
Well, this
Friday dream.
People are finishing up pretty early.
Here. E?
We got E.
Okay,
him.
who do we have?
All right, what's up, E? What's the issue?
Hey, man. Well, I'm in a long-term, otherwise pretty healthy relationship, but my partner hasn't wanted like intimacy at all from anyone in like a couple years. And the other day, unprompted, granted me like an indefinite hall pass. I also own a bar, and I'm still not like old presenting, so I know it's like, oh, a mistake too juicy, but I don't know how to feel about it or how to proceed. You know what I mean?
I guess the implication is that bar owners fuck a lot. But then the implication is that people who keep going to bars want to fuck the bar owner, which now I'm like wondering, like, hold on.
Well, so you have a indefinite hall pass, and it's not even like random celebrity that you're never going to encounter.
Peach's bar owner story? No.
Owner. She's
the only time I went to a bar and had any kind of experience with an owner was when I was in Colombia at this Tejo bar, and the guy who owned it was like giving us so much free liquor, man, and we were having a really good time. We were playing all these different games that are like Tejo's really cool. It's like think of it kind of like playing cornhole, but instead of there being holes and bean bags, you have this kind of metal discus, and you launch it at these like explosive packets that make these little like tiny little explosions, like little. Like it sounds like a little gunshot, and if you hit the gunpowder packet and it explodes, you're like, yeah, you did it. It's really fun. And so this guy was like, just constantly feeding us like aguardiente, which is this kind of disgusting licorice flavored booze. It's not great. And then we were having a great time. We're shooting the shit up. My Spanish was pretty good, so I could go back and forth with him without a lot of issue. And then we're kind of like just chilling, and then eventually he asked me very plain, not really with any kind of like heightened intent or severity. He just goes like, hey, you want to fuck my wife? I was like, immediately my affect shifts and I go right into like, no say, like I'm like just immediately trying to play dumb gringo. I've been talking to this guy for like an hour, immediately trying to play dumb gringo with the guy, like no say, no, like, just like keep being like acting confused, had no fucking clue what was going on. And then this man, who is not so much as uttered a word in English, summons from the depth of him. He points over to his wife and goes, my wife. He hits like, my wife. Like he does this. He's like, my wife. Relations. And then points to me. My wife. Relations. To which I was then like, I didn't know what to do, because I was like, I don't want to seem... Like, I don't want to offend him, but I don't want to fuck his wife at all. Like, I don't want to fuck his wife. Yes, he wanted to watch. He wanted me to fuck his wife. He wanted to be around. He wanted to enjoy me fucking his wife. And his wife was like pretty, she was a much older looking woman, and like I was a 23-year-old man at the time. I just, it wasn't necessarily like, she looked like she'd lived a really hard life, And as nice as it was, I went over there and she was just like really eye fucking me. Like they definitely planned this. And he introduced me to, his wife, and we're talking back and forth. And then it's kind of, she wasn't sexy. Not really. It's not that she was not good looking. It just, the whole situation was also a little unnerving. And they're talking to me, and I'm just kind of overwhelmed because I don't really know how to convey with nuance, like, oh, you guys are so sweet, but I'm just not super interested, like I only really know yes or no's, No, I think that they really wanted me to like knock up the wife or like someone in the family, because then he started offering other family members, to me. Like it was just kind of like, no, like it was like, well, someone's got to get cummed in today, bud. Someone's getting cummed in, whether you like it or not. I sound like Seinfeld. Someone's getting cummed in. I mean... What do you mean? No one's getting cummed in?
He's out here saying, go ahead, get your fuck on.
Yeah, bro.
And she's not sexually active
What do you mean it's not appropriate?
Dude, it hasn't been, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Of course I'm giving my money to Netanyahu. If she pulled out a hot as hell daughter, would you have broken? Yes. Yes.
How do you feel? How does that make you feel? How do you feel about
At that point in my life, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
that?
No, I didn't. No, I went home. And honestly, they were still very sweet. I'm going to be honest, but no.
I don't know. That's the question.
But then they kept trying to invite us in for dinner. And I was like, we can't have dinner. Like, I was like, this is like, you keep trying. You're trying, but I do not want to do this. I absolutely do not want to do this.
I'm not like, how am I supposed to feel, right? Like it's
how you're supposed to feel.
Well, right.
Wait,
I'm just
you want to have sex with her, but she doesn't want to have sex.
Hold on, maybe go back.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay. How do you feel? How does that make you feel? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. That's the question. I'm not like, how am I supposed to feel, right? Like it's
how you're supposed to feel.
Well, right.
Wait,
but I'm just
you want to have sex with her, but she doesn't want to have sex, or what's the situation like there?
Yeah. Very badly, I do, but no, she's not. Has become uninterested, and I mean, prior to that, it was our relationship in that respect. No complaints is all I'll say.
Okay.
What?
So you guys were? Are you saying in past relationships you had no issues whatsoever, but in this one?
Have others been as long as this one, though?
There was a point where you had no issue.
Where you have chat leave questions for you to ask your guests. Well, I was going to run that as a totally different. If her mouth was bigger, would you have considered it? Chat. You know what I hate about this is that, like, because of this, anytime like human beings that I know come across and have like a mouth that might be perceived as big, you guys spam an emote called "spam this to make WakeWilder horny." Do you have any idea? Like, we might actually have to police this. That is, it is one potentially consistent attribute in like a lot of like my young crushes as a kid. Okay. Because I've always said to my chat that I don't have a type. There's nothing about like, like ethnicity, body type, etc. that has kind of like unified or linked together anyone I've dated or pursued sexually in my life. But then I remember watching this show called Beauty and the Geek with chat back in like 2023. And there was one contestant who I didn't find attractive, but I found myself kind of drawn to. And I was like, I don't understand what's going on. Because I wouldn't be attracted to this person generally. And, she had a really big mouth, like a giant mouth. And then I was like, I wonder if that's what it is. And then it kind of hit me like lightning. And I was thinking through a lot of my very formative crushes. And I was like, I guess they kind of had really big mouths. That's weird. Like they had large mouths. But it's not something that I've ever consciously thought about or pursued. I just realized that like, that is something that I guess is consistently there. Maybe like big smiles. Like they just have like large. They have the capacity. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was weird, and I was trying to be transparent as I assessed something, and it's lived with me forever. And by the way, it's not consistent in who I've gone on to date. Just so we're clear, it was just. I was like, that's consistent with a lot of my formative crushes. But now there will be like peers of mine who you guys will like spam that when they're around or on camera. And I'm like, this is uncouth. This is incredibly like in no universe am I I mean it. You guys have to be mindful of this.
Is it now no sex? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, I'm not clicking your links, chat. I'm not clicking your links.
A myriad of factors.
You saying they had ugly smiles? What? No. What? No, not at all. Why would that be an ugly smile? That doesn't even check out, bro. You love the singer in Guitar Hero 3? What are they like Steven Tyler coded? Big Attack on Titan fan? I'm going to fight you guys, man. I'm going to fight you guys. This is not a real thing. You guys have taken this and run with it in a way that I am deeply unhappy with. Deeply unhappy with, chat.
Factors, I reckon. Medications, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Like antidepressants?
Yeah, something like that. Just something that dampens it.
If it's 100% a thing where she quite literally is doesn't get horny and she just try not to have sex, and it's not one of them things where it's like, yo, she doing something else on the side or something like that. It's just, you know, for a fact, it's, yo, she's not having sex because of these reasons. You better go out there and slang some dick, nigga. What the fuck? What? You got a whole ass game?
Yeah, right. But this is like a relationship I'm in that, like, I don't know, bro. My past 2 relationships, they left me because I was an absolute dipshit, and it was one of them things where it's like, after 2 days, I was like, no, yeah, I get it. She was right after they left. But like with her, I've been like, I don't know, man. Look, I've had my eye on her for all the years I've lived in this town, and then we finally got together in like 2018, and I've been happy as shit ever since. So.
Yeah,
so you still love her, like in the perfect scenario, you would be intimate with her and you'd be fine being in a monogamous relationship with just her, but she's not providing that for you any longer.
Yeah, you didn't ask for a hall pass or nothing, right? She just
right. No, unprompted. I didn't bring it up. I'm not even sure if I have much interest in taking advantage of it. You feel me? Like I don't know.
I mean, the most cynical interpretation of events, and you can.
I'm lost on this. What is happening?
$100% a thing where she quite literally doesn't get horny and she just try not to have sex, and it's not one of them things where it's like, yo, she doing something else on the side or something like that. It's just, you know, for a fact, it's, yo, she's not having sex because of these reasons. You better go out there and slang some dick, nigga. What the fuck? What? You got a whole ass game?
Yeah, right. But this is like a relationship I'm in that, like, I don't know, bro. My past 2 relationships, they left me because I was an absolute dipshit, and it was one of them things where it's like, after 2 days, I was like, no, yeah, I get it. She was right after they left. But like with her, I've been like, I don't know, man. Look, I've had my eye on her for all the years I've lived in this town, and then we finally got together in like 2018, and I've been happy as shit ever since. So,
so you still.
I'm lost on this. What is his issue? This guy's in a relationship, but his girl doesn't want to be intimate, hasn't been for a year, gave him unprompted hall pass. Okay, it kind of sounds like she's either depressed or he's not created any kind of active romance or sexual tension in his dynamic.
So you still love her, like in the perfect scenario, you would be intimate with her and you'd be fine being in a monogamous relationship with just her.
Oh, what kind of meds is she on? That's really tough.
But she's not providing that for you any longer.
Yeah, you didn't ask for a hall pass or nothing, right? She just
right. No, unprompted. I didn't bring it up. I'm not even sure if I have much interest in taking advantage of it. You feel me? Like I just.
I mean, the most cynical interpretation of events, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that like. It could be that this is like her way of trying to open up the relationship. Maybe she's, but you can tell me if that's like there's no possibility of that as well, right?
You know,
like is she trying to like lean into the fact that like she wants to open up the relationship, or she's like sexually active or wants to be sexually active with someone else, or she's just definitely cold turkey done with fucking.
I mean, I could be wrong, bro, but like from everything I know about her and our relationship and everything, that ain't the case.
Big Pharma runs libido.
Like I think she just is trying to make it work for me, but like that's not. I didn't like I said, I didn't suggest it. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of came up a couple times. And so
do you feel like it feels inadequate and feels guilty, but loves you and understands that you have these desires and therefore wants to keep the relationship going? And that's the reason why she's letting this happen?
Yeah, I think so. And that's kind of my thing is like, that's why it made me feel so kind of weird about it, is because I try my best to make her understand that. I mean, it was like 2 years that nothing happened, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm cool. Like I'm not trying to.
I have a question.
Does she flick the bean?
Yeah, I was asking.
Oh, you're gonna ask that?
Evidently not anymore, but
yeah, it sounds like she's actually experiencing an absence of libido because of medication. What did she say she was on?
Okay.
Has she got her blood checked? in my opinion, whenever people feeling weird or anything, my first like thing to do, make sure your hormone levels, all your vitamin, everything's in check.
Yeah, you should always check that. It's true.
You get her blood check.
If she's on antidepressants, she should cycle through some too. I mean, unless this is like really effective. But like, for instance, like when I was on Zoloft, I could not get a boner and I shit myself. I'm not kidding. I was literally like, it was like a 2-week period where it was like, it was good for about a week. And then I was like, man, I can't get hard anymore. And then I was like, man, I thought I was farting and then I shit. And then I was like, I'm going to try something new. And then I tried fluoxetine and it was perfect and everything worked again.
Everything's
and then I got off of it.
Like correct and make sure there's nothing like, that she could fix. I'm not saying she broken or something, but like,
Oh yeah. I've had the same kind of like that's hard for me to approach because I don't want to sound like I'm like, hey baby, why don't you go fucking go to the doctor and make sure they let you fuck again? You know what I mean? Like,
no,
you laughed at me saying I should. Well, yeah, it was because of that.
I understand.
You were meant to laugh. That's why I offered the story of me shitting myself. It's funny.
I mean, but like communication is key, obviously, and sex is a part of.
You try to get hard and shit yourself in the process. No, but it was probably in the same day.
A very important part of a healthy relationship. So it's like, I think trying to address that and trying to find a workable solution before it gets to that point is probably the most important thing you can do as far as first steps goes. The fact that she's like willing to give you this hall pass, this indefinite
anxiety causes ED, depression causes ED, the meds to fix all that cause ED, stress causes ED, thinking about having ED makes ED worse, very inefficient mechanism altogether. I think that the ultimate cure to ED is making very clear that you experience it to the person that you're dating, because once you no longer feel pressure to be hard, you kind of get hard. That's really it.
hall pass implies that she recognizes there's a problem there. And this has been her solution. So this is an opportunity. Oh shit, I'm on Fox News.
What?
Yeah,
right now?
Yeah, Sean Hannity's talking about me. But anyway, sorry. Someone in the chat told me. Okay, so what I would say is talk to her about this and be like, look, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to be with you. I want to figure out a way for us to make it work. And then you can move into the other avenues of exploration,
Yeah. I mean, we had these conversations. Like, it's not the one-time conversation. I've been trying to express like, hey, it's fine. You don't have to, that doesn't have to be the solution, whatever. It was just really the fact that it came up for her that kind of fucked me up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, what am I, I don't know. Like, how did I cause this? Is it something that I have no, control over, whatever? And
is where Fox News wants to make Hassan more popular the way they're putting him on. Well, he is kind of causing discord in the Democratic Party though, and I think that, if anything, elevating Hassan's voice to a lot of the like panicked shit libs who would be like, maybe like fence sitting is something that would push people to the right in the older demo, like making Hassan and like his very like astroturfed positions, like the things that people will like clip out of context and perpetuate. I think that it's possible that would push some older people away if they felt like that was the, like future trajectory of the Democratic Party. But I also think that, a lot of young progressive people who feel forsaken by the sort of, two-party false binary of American politics would feel very galvanized by him. So it's an interesting thing. It's just old people experiencing a sort of, ideological echo chamber in mainstream news.
How do I approach that? I don't really want her to feel that that's what she's supposed to do or nothing like that.
And you've had them convos with her like, my dick ain't weak or nothing. Like, I'm not hurting you and shit. Like, it's purely because of like, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be a thing where you're just abusing her fucking, you're doing something wrong and she don't want to hurt your feelings and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, all I'll say about that is like, even up to the last time that we actually did, we're regularly intimate. I promise there was no complaints. I'll just say that. I ain't worried about that.
That shit would keep. My dog.
Yeah. I think once again, communication is key.
He's going on Sean Hannity's podcast soon? Really?
Having this conversation with her is good. And then maybe you explore the open relationship. And
I kind of caution against it. I think that a lot of people don't realize just how devastating it is to really break that kind of like seal of monogamy. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it happen with a lot of people who use like non-monogamy as a last ditch effort to save an otherwise monogamous bond. And it tends to go really poorly. Like, it tends to open up a well of feeling that people didn't consider. They more so, in a lot of ways, kind of offer it out of guilt or shame for what they're incapable of doing, not realizing how it's going to make them feel. I would really consider working to resolve the symptoms of depression through other medication regimens that might be less punishing on the libido. Because like I think that non-monogamy, polyamory can really work between people who enter that dynamic knowingly. You know what I mean? If that guy just fucked dudes, it technically would be, God damn it, dude. Every time. I'm like, that's super. Yep. You're supposed to have a kid to save the relationship? Well, that's step 2.
And I
are contacting a sex worker specifically because it's very cleanly organized and a boundary. Maybe. I still think that it can really shake people's kind of like groundedness in their dynamic, you know? I wouldn't call it a huge no-no. You just have to be really on the same fucking page. And I find it's incredibly uncommon for people to be that like lucid of what they're sacrificing or potentially wounding in doing so. You know what I mean?
I just don't think you should use a hall pass yet. You know what I mean? That's like the final option.
Yeah,
right?
Don't use the hall pass yet. That actually might fuck shit up, and she might think.
Yeah, good call.
She can handle it more than.
I think that you should work on the.
She actually can.
Yeah.
I feel like sex therapy is a thing, gang. My first thing I would do to get your blood level checked, make sure everything good. She get her blood level checked. Me personally. Make sure everything good, because that hormonal, that's just true. That's just real, gang.
Oh yeah, I mean we're both almost 40, so I mean it is what it is.
Oh
no, that's not that.
Ain't that menopause or some shit?
No, 40's too young.
That's like
Not yet, bro.
Oh, that's 50. That's 50.
Yeah. 40 is too young for that.
Oh,
I don't think that's what it is. All right. Well, hopefully that was helpful, chatter.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good talk,
All right.
gang.
Thank you.
Good luck out there.
All right. Welcome to CHADVICE, chatter. What's
Okay.
your name?
Sam, he, him.
Okay.
Everyone's libido goes up in 30s. Everyone's libido is fluid and like not something that you can like fit into this kind of like. I don't think it fits neatly into a box like that. Like the ebbs and flows of libido are insane. Your life's the stresses in your life at that moment are something that are enormously significant. I don't know, man. I don't think it's that simple, you know? Perimenopause is no joke, of course. There are a lot of hormonal fluctuations and things of that nature that can harm you. I just think that generally speaking, the premise of libido has a lot to do with the safety and comfort that you feel with your partner. Your attraction is probably going to be influenced by the extent to which they meaningfully, like, you know, create a space that feels approachable and in active consideration of your fulfillment or well-being, you know? If you don't respect your partner, you're not going to want to have sex with them. I think there are a lot of individuals who would like to treat sex as masturbation, not realizing that it requires a great deal of vulnerability and like reciprocal respect and care. Yeah, caloric deficit can also do it.
Yo, howdy, Sam. Nice to meet y'all.
What's going on,
I am
Sam?
more of a parasocialist for Kaya and Rage Your Dogs as well. I'm a dog lover. So that's where I'm at.
You're a good dude.
Anyway, so my main issues are specifically around I'm a groomsman in a wedding for a friend of mine who's also someone I've been crushing on for about 10 plus years at this point. And
what?
I'm a groomsman in a wedding for a friend of mine who's also someone I've been crushing on for about 10 plus years.
Oh.
At this point. And
wait, you're a groomsman at the wedding. Are you crushing on the guy or the girl?
On
that's
the
getting
bride.
married?
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah.
Bury it. It's dead. You fuck.
Friends for 10 plus years at this point with both of them.
Are you gonna get up and be like, when someone says like "speak now" or "forever hold your peace," you can be like,
I
me.
object.
No.
That was an evil cackle.
Too much of a...
it feels like you are gonna object.
Like, fuck, they're on to me.
No, I'm too much of a chicken shit for that.
No, don't say that.
I mean, it's
no,
good
do say that. Don't do that.
The chicken shit. Let's be real. All right. Keep going.
You're just gonna ruin your relationship to everyone there. That's
I'm friends
crazy.
with the both of them. So the wedding was planned for this fall, and I had reached out to them a couple days ago and was like, hey, my fall's kind of filling up weekend wise. Like I got some work requirements, whatever. And they said, oh, hey, the wedding's actually been delayed due to financial reasons. And I was like, oh, okay.
That
like
sucks.
I had to reach out to you guys to figure out like what the
And you're one of the groomsmen. That's crazy.
That's
I am.
awful, dude.
It's
This
kind
is
of
not
insane.
good.
Like the lack of communication. And
I mean, the
it's
Strait
like,
of Hormuz is closed. The recession indicator.
yeah,
You
well,
know,
no,
it
I mean
happens.
that's just it. It's like the most charitable interpretation. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I get it. Times are tough. But it's interesting because I don't know. It was one of those things where historically they're not the best at communicating to begin with. Because again, I'm friends with both of them. But like, I guess my question for you is, would I be an asshole for confronting them on that front?
Yes.
Of being like, if I confront them about this, having to reach out to them instead of them like, you know, keeping me in the loop. Like, what should I fucking say to them?
I think you just keep it cool and be chill. And since you're already at a disadvantage morally a little bit,
not 100%.
So I would just, you know, I would just keep it chill. I mean, it's.
Do you want to disrupt that marriage? Like, this is someone who considers you to be a friend enough to be a groomsman. This is like, they're infinitely further along. Like, this is not a rom-com. You will not be respected for this, and she does not feel that way.
Do you want to be a part of the wedding party? Do you want to continue being a part of the wedding party? Do you want to continue being friends with these people?
That's the only question.
If that's a yes, then you be
fucking
chill.
bury it. You get over it. You move on. You recognize that you're harboring a fucking romantic delusion.
And be like, hey, I have a lot of work related scheduling conflicts. Like, I would have really appreciated if you guys could tell me in the future if the wedding is going to turn around.
Official wedding date in the first place, like official like date.
No, they hadn't given a specific date, and now they're like rearranging things entirely. Like, one of the main reasons I wanted to, you know, stay within the wedding party and like be a part of all this is they were going to have a wedding reception at a place that had electric go-karts, which would have been fucking awesome.
Wait,
but now it sounds like they're
reason
gonna.
why you wanted to be a part of the fucking
well,
wedding
one
party?
of the reasons. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's electric go-karting.
Okay, so you don't really fuck with these people. You want to fuck the bride, but you're not. You're not really that tight.
No, I mean, I've been friends with them for 10 years. I'd say it's a bit deeper than that. But no, like that's one of the big reasons. Yeah, let's go.
Hasanabi.
I mean, he said it.
Yo, listen, this is the play here. You don't bring it up. You're just like, all right, bet, cool, and then that's it. Like, I don't think your problem is that deep, really.
Plus, if they're broke, they can't do electric go.
What?
Like that.
Okay, so you don't really fuck with these people.
Like, one of the main reasons I wanted to, you know, stay within the wedding party and like be a part of all this is they were going to have a wedding reception at a place that had electric go-karts, which would have
I don't get this. What in the small town fuckery is this?
been fucking awesome.
Wait,
but now
I kind of respect this on some level, though.
sounds like they're
reason
gonna.
why he wanted to be a part of the fucking wedding.
Challenge him to a fucking race.
One of the reasons. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's electric go-karting.
Okay, so you don't really fuck with these people. You want to fuck the bride, but you're not. You're not really that tight.
No, I mean, I've been friends with them for 10 years. I'd say it's a bit deeper than that. But no, like that's one of the big reasons. Yeah, let's go.
Hasanabi.
Bubba.
I mean, he said it.
Yo, listen, this is the play here. You don't bring it up. You're just like, all right, bet, cool, and then that's it. Like, I don't think your problem is that deep, really.
Plus, if they're broke, they can't do electric go-karts anyway. Which is eliminating a major factor here.
His voice sounds so familiar. I think everyone just knows someone like this. He kind of sounds like a JROTC kid. You know what I mean?
where now you don't have to sit in the cuck chair firsthand as like the love of your life gets married off to your friend who I assume you might not be that friendly with, even though you're a fucking groomsman.
Two, I'm more friendly with the bride to be. Absolutely.
Listen. This is what you do. You send her a risky text tonight. See what she talking about.
No,
test the waters a little bit.
Crazy, no.
Rage is insane. No. You just let the thing is that this will never work out how you think, ever in 1,000 years.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Send a little Snapchat.
Yeah, hit her with that. Hit her with that. I can provide you with all the go kart needs, my queen.
Call that nigga broke boy. Say stop. Fuck with them broke boys. Fuck.
Yeah.
I get you whatever you want.
He might also be a broke boy.
Hey, are you broke?
No, I'm a chemical engineer. So.
Okay. Damn.
Yo, send her a picture of that degree real quick, nigga. Fuck. What?
Be like, hey, I know all the ways to open up the shirt of her mussy.
Yo, what the?
Yeah, you're like, hey,
you straight, bro. You good, gang.
Oh yeah.
Every chemical engineer I've ever met has been the most toxic person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's the whole reason I'm still.
He does sound like Sketch.
Friends with this bride to be. Like, she's the one that made me woke. Like, she's the one. She was pro China back in like 2019.
She's made you woke?
Wow.
I'm going to be honest, dude. This is just an L on your end. You've sat on your ass for a decade having a crush on someone. That is cowardice. You cannot harbor a crush with someone that considers you a friend for a decade and then drop it on their wedding day. Not only is it inconsiderate, I would say that you are a patently selfish person. I do not respect it. He asked and she said no. Wait, sorry. I missed that.
Like, actually made me, like, she was the first person to be like, hey, I'm pissed that like America's no longer selling Huawei phones. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. So like, she's the one that actually kind of made me based, and then I found you, Hassan.
Hell yeah. I hope she's not also a fan, because that would be kind of awkward.
No, she's not. That's the whole reason I was okay with coming on.
Okay, good. All right. You never know. It's like this shit pops off on a fucking TikTok compilation. She's gonna be like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?"
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Okay. So what do I think? I mean, it kind of feels like you don't fuck with a dude, even though you're a groomsman. You're there for the bride, but you're willing to let go of this relationship, right? Because that's healthy.
Oh no, it's one of those things where it's like we've been friends for 10 plus years. It's one of those things where like back in time, like I had reached out to her and was like, well, what if I had asked you out like back in college or whatever? And she's like, well, whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, that's whatever.
Go back real quick. What did she say to that?
What did she say to that?
She said that she.
I'm sorry.
Well, her and was like, well, what if I were like back in time? Like I had reached out to her and was like, well, what if I had asked you out like back in college or whatever? And she's like, well, whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, that's whatever.
Go back real quick. What did she say to that?
What did she say to that?
She said that she could not be
less interested
enough for me.
Oh.
That's a very kind way of saying fuck no.
Is basically what it was. She's got like mental shit. She was like, you deserve better than me.
And you took that at face value. Dude, look at Rage clocking the shit out of it. Look at my boy Joshua.
Is basically what she said.
Yeah, I told a few hoes that.
No, I know. So it's like one of those things where it's like,
no,
letting me down.
No, if you meet someone that you believe deserves better than you and you want to give them that, you become better every time. Every time. That's laughable.
In a sense, but it's like we're still friends 10 years later. Like we get
finding someone like that will motivate you to be better than you could have thought of being. I don't know how else to put that. If you meet someone that you truly believe that about and you truly want that for them, it is not like you do not that is not surrender. You don't just be like, well, I guess, like if you really believe there to be like transcendental connection, you fight to create and maintain it and be the person that you believe someone deserves to be. there's a great deal of accountability and motivation to be found in committing yourself to other people interpersonally. That's socially, that's familially, that's romantically.
Long again, she's based. So.
You don't see 100K subworthy though? What do you mean of Rage? Because Rage is 100K subs because of the Mr. Beast shit. But Rage is one of the best streamers on Twitch.
Oh, I keep him
around. I won't take any Rage slander
She's a
here.
friend. It's over. She's getting married. You just like get it out of your system. You watch it happen, and in your mind, it's like you're giving her away, and it'll be good for you.
Hey, good pivot.
Have you gone to her?
Okay.
No, I have not.
Don't lie, bro. Brother, hey, brother.
No.
10 years, no goons.
No, actually.
You trying to tell me you have to go to a
it
porn
was
star
a
that look
weird
like her or
mental block. I legit have tried, but it's a weird mental block. It's interesting.
tried.
And then get ED when he tried.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I went from a bum accounting amounting to nothing to finishing top of my class to get permission to marry my wife. I think that the accountability we find in committing ourselves to the betterment of other people is a very powerful thing. Yeah.
So you've never seen like a porn star that kind of looks like her? He's right about this. And you were like, damn, like that helps.
Am I weird for that?
No.
Only time
I don't know what the politically correct answer to that is, so I will not be answering.
Only time I've watched porn, like let's say I'm talking to someone. Let's say I'm talking to a black girl. And we're like dating or something. If I watch porn, I can't watch porn of an Asian girl. It has to be a black girl. Or if I'm dating an Asian girl.
I think it's actually weirdly 21st century romantic. That's about as pious and, conscientious as I think love can be now. I think that as far as Gooner psychology goes, that's about as loving as you can be.
Let's say I watch porn, I can't envision me just fucking some random person.
See, he's too monogamous. He's just, that's what it is.
No, I didn't.
I do. One of the things I'm most grateful for is having broken away from visual like porn when I was pretty young, because like the idea of the thoughts that you entertain and like the media that you consume has a lot to do with what it is you go on to think about or desire in your day to day. Like, I don't think that it's particularly productive to be constantly fantasizing about that which you don't have, especially if you do have something. The more you can pour your sexual energy into your relationships, the better they're going to be.
Catholic.
Dude, are you thinking about the porn star in your head, or are you thinking about somebody that you like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
I don't beat to the.
I understand where you're coming from. W Mans.
Am I weird?
No, W Mans.
Bro, what?
No, you're.
Am I
Is
weird?
cardio lifting more important? Is it a combo of both? I'm skinny. If you want to put on muscle mass, lifting is what you should focus on. If you want to focus on, like, really, there are two things you need, right? Lifting is really important, and then a caloric deficit. If you really want to focus on your cardiovascular health, then cardio is significant.
W husband. W boyfriend.
Nah, like for real.
Okay. Well, getting back to the chatter's problem. So what's the issue?
The issue is just how to confront him. It sounds like you already said, just like be casual about it. Be like, hey, communicate better in the future.
Well, no. That's a tone. No. You got a very interesting vibe. Let's say when don't say it like
Valid.
that. What I was saying is like maybe communicate it in a way where you're like, hey, by the way, just so you guys know, like if there's, a future date, if you could let me know ahead of time, because like, my schedule, like don't be like, oh, you guys fucked up. If you're going to say anything at all, I would just say something along the lines of like, hey, the wedding date is coming up. I'm really excited. I want to be there. I've never gooned to the bride.
I'm trying to ride some go-karts, bro. Like,
and
I just wanted to know how to tell them about the miscommunication, about the rescheduling of the wedding date. Yeah, dude.
Very stoked on the go-kart stuff, especially. And so I just wanted to know, like, do you guys have any plans on
quit SSRIs and gain 40 pounds just trying to be happy? I'd start with your cardio, man. Maybe like low intensity steady state, going on some walks every day. Maybe lift weights a few times a week.
What's happening there? Just so I can fix my schedule ahead of time, that type of thing.
By the way,
absolutely.
You have a
try and like
laugh.
coordinate on that front. Be subtle about it.
I like your laugh. Yeah. You could be you could have like Dr. Eggman laugh or something. You should be a voice.
Yeah, you got a devious laugh for sure.
I got a buddy of mine who has an Eggman cosplay. I'll have to steal his outfit someday.
All right, yeah.
Solid.
Wear the Eggman cosplay to the wedding, object, and then steal her like Mario. Like and then
Bowser,
be like,
yeah.
Nope, we don't steal women.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, you know,
we're talking to a chemical engineer here, Hassan.
he's the Mario in the situation. She's the princess.
He might miss this.
Yeah.
This might go
All
over
right.
his head.
I love that.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
hey, real
hopefully
quick.
that was. What's up?
Real quick, shout out. My little sister loves you guys. She wanted me to say that. So, yeah, that's all. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, Rage.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care.
Chill. He's gonna think you're for real. No, he's not gonna think I'm for real. Chatters. That's
No, I'm not.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Oh my god, I left. What the hell?
Yeah, you accidentally got
did.
yourself out instead of him.
Oh my god, I was saying something and I thought you were ignoring me. I was like, damn,
No.
like, did I fuck up that bad?
Yeah, that
I
was
thought
really
this was like a
fucked
Noel
up, Frogan.
Miller kind of deal.
You got some crazy CHADVICE recipients today.
Hey, I like this show. This shit
fun.
fire.
Yeah, why are you
What the
saying it
fuck?
like you're confused that I am capable of enjoying myself?
Look, listen, Hassan.
Yeah, what's the?
I'll be honest, Hassan. The stream betrays the sentiment. I think everyone is shocked when you do non-political content, and he's like he's like happy.
Do you be bored, gang?
Damn.
Like, how can you just talk about the foreign policies every goddamn day?
I love it, dude.
Day in
It's
and day
my
out.
my
Like,
favorite
come on,
fucking thing.
bruh.
I can talk about it all day. And my chat, like, look, I had like 10,000 more people watching when I was talking about the news. I have a community that if I don't do the news, they literally are like, oh, I'm fucking out of here.
Hey, that's your fault, though.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Random vids together. Yeah.
That's why I used to do stuff like this. I used to rotate. I used to cycle fun shit all the time. I would do
You
like
used to be on the game a little bit. I used to see you play the game and shit.
I would do 5 hours of news coverage and then I would play games. I would like collab with other streamers. But ever since the Israel shit, since October 7, it's like cooked all of my collabs because I have like crazy haters, Destiny being one of them, and they literally harass the fuck out of anyone that I.
Wait, why does he hate you?
Bro,
why do
it's just 7 years.
Where do you even begin at that
Yeah,
point?
7 year
Oh, boy.
stalking situation with his entire community. But I think it's mostly envy. That's what I would. He thinks he deserves the situation that I'm in, and he will never give up on it. Where he's like constantly fucking himself over and over again because he's kind of a dickhead. I mean, he's a bad person.
I was like, y'all got some built up tension. Y'all need to release.
No. I'm not going anywhere near that. But what I was saying is, I used to do all that stuff, but
Did you break it off with visual porn? I would just abstain from porn for like, I stopped jerking off for a little bit, which was kind of miserable because I was 18. And then over time, I just started to use only my imagination. Over time, I was like, okay, now I can probably like read some shit, and then I just settled on that.
Since October 7th, since like the Israel stuff, I haven't been able to have time to just like do more chill shit. And then on top of that, it's anytime I've collabed with anybody, they just fucking pounce on them. They'll like go after people.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember the first time I collabed with you, but every time you're in anything with me, I get cooked.
You know what's crazy is that I had a person who I collaborated with who was like a big like, you know, kind of like oiler in someone else's community, in this woman's community, and he sent her a really strongly worded message of like, I can't believe you would associate with someone who would associate with someone like Hassan, and like retired from their community, like left after like 6 years spending time with her, or spending time with that community. Fucking insane that there's like that someone would go out of their, like in her, like in Hassan and I had never like done like a one-on-one stream at all. There's no like enduring evidence of that ever existing. It's not a thing, you know? But that through that many layers of separation, she wasn't even an American streamer, which is what's crazy. Like it's like
I'd be
a totally
wondering, like,
different
wow, I'd be
ballpark.
wondering, like my mentions are just.
Dude left her community because he's like, I could never associate with a streamer who associates with a streamer who associates with a Hassan Piker.
But like, you this, but
yeah, they do that shit on purpose. They do that shit to like try to.
We didn't talk about a single political thing the entire time. It was just pure goofiness.
Stop me from collabing with other people, not realizing that just makes me lock in harder and make me fucking focus on politics, which then cooks them because then I raise my prominence in this area that they don't want me to raise my prominence in.
Right.
So it just.
I mean, lucky for me, I would never respect the fucking positions of anyone who would act in that way. So it's pretty easy for me to say sayonara, but I feel pretty bad for those who, have to, who like by proxy eat that kind of loss,
in general.
I feel like Hasan's a cool dude, gang. I'm pretty fucking cool, man.
Thank you.
Yo! All right. All right, thank you so much for the raid. Holy shit. Yo, welcome in, dog. Mari, I hope you're well. Holy shit, dude. Yo.
And off camera chat, I be
welcome in, gang. Welcome in. I hope everyone's doing well.
Politics all day.
All right, who's next? How many more people do we got?
2 more people, including this person.
We are nearing the end of our CHADVICE react. I wanted to see how things went because.
But what I was saying before,
like, I'm just like them, guys. I'm part of the gang.
Before I accidentally left is the chatter sent me their Instagram for rage.
Oh, wait. You say you got an Instagram?
I said the chatter sent me their Instagram for rage.
That's crazy. All right. We're not doing that right now. Come on.
Wait, hold on.
Come on.
Hold on, Frogan.
Okay.
Send that this way.
Okay. All right. Who's next?
Okay.
Can you hear me? Oh.
Yes.
What's going on,
okay,
chatter?
so this is Brian,
Oh, no.
he, him.
What up, Brian?
I'm Brian. My problem is like kind of basic, I guess. My girlfriend I've been with for like a
Fuck
year.
Grayson.
She only like allows me to be friends with like women that she views as like ugly, and like I don't know. That's kind of weird because like it's like
I'd love to do. I wanted to do like an advice thing with Will anyway, but he's got Donna and I got to do my own thing too. But that'd be my favorite pairing probably.
I really be like mad because like a lot of times when you get into like relationships, sometimes they don't allow you to have women friends. But
that's a red flag.
I don't know.
No, massive red flag. Demonstrative of total like almost like irreconcilable insecurity. It's not going to get better in a relationship. You got to say goodbye to that.
She's mad insecure. That's not good.
Yep.
Listen though. I've been in situations where, cause like, especially with what I do, I'm gonna be around a lot of pretty women a lot of the times. You dig what I'm saying? And some girls straight up hated that shit. I don't know if it's because of past experiences, whatever the case may be. But some girls hated it, and I was able to show them like, yo, it's strictly platonic and it ain't on no weird shit. It really depends on her though. Like if she's not willing to budge at all, like. Even if you
it's just incompatible. You
show her
can't do
that you're not on no bullshit and she's not on no bullshit, it's strictly platonic, then hey, somebody's gonna have to sacrifice something or get her the fuck up and out of here. No cap.
Have you done anything that is causing her to feel insecure about you being around other women?
No, I.
Jesus Christ, how many times can you use like per second when speaking? Did I do that?
All I do is just.
Sorry, I must be a bit fatigued.
Do my like school and I do my job and like that's it. Like I literally go to like a school that's like mostly women. I don't like be like hitting on women or anything like that. And no woman be like
the guy on the phone is
going
doing
up to me or anything.
Oh, well, I just blocked that out.
But like I've talked to her about it. She has like opened up more a bit about it and allowed me to see like some friends that she says like are less like I guess ugly. But like I don't know.
See, to only be insecure about one's relationship to a woman in the event that woman is conventionally attractive is even more problematic. Filler words aren't great. Who gives a shit, man? Like you're doing your best to extemporaneously summon, like you're transmuting abstract thought into comprehensible language. That's incredibly difficult. The ability to do that should be celebrated. You are provided time and leniency to not be perfectly precise.
Feel kind of like bummed out because like there's one
I'm
person.
defending him. Read the rest of the message. Yeah. No, I agree. I'm not sorry. Sometimes I strictly find a point that I want to build upon, and I'm not really responding to you as much as I'm using that to prompt my next thought. But yes,
friends with
of course he's nervous.
Like 4 to 5 years, but I can't really see them in person.
No, it's difficult for you to know.
She still like allows me to like text
I was agreeing with you as well.
Okay. You keep using the word.
I did read the rest. I was just building upon the premise.
Allow.
Like, what is this, gang?
That's
It's
not
so fucking mommy. No,
yeah,
gang.
you're an adult. That's crazy. That's like she should not be severely restricting your other relationships like that, your platonic friendships like that.
And to be quite frank, you put your foot down. Like, it can't, first of all, can't nobody tell you who you can and can't hang out with. You know what I'm saying? And when you put your foot down in that type of situation, she gonna get more respect for you. I ain't gonna lie. Can't nobody tell me who the fuck I can and can't hang out with, gang. Unless I've given them a reason to. Then it's like, okay, that's valid. I did this. I fucked up. I did this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for the most part, you seem like you haven't really did shit for her to be on your dick.
It seems coercive. I don't like it. It seems too controlling.
Yeah, that's controlling as fuck.
Yeah, I totally get it. Like, I reason why I'm serious because like she's actually getting like more open about it and actually like being like actually like understanding me more. Because I've been trying to like talk to her more about it. Like, in fact, she's like I think she's coming tomorrow to my place. I'm gonna try talking to her about it again because I've been making some progress, but I've been trying to like.
Do you be on her
working.
ass?
Talking has been working, but I just gotta put more like talking into it because I proved so much already. Like, I think she's like more worried because like past like relationships like
has she been cheated on in the past? That seems what.
No, she hasn't. No, she just had her past relationships were just a lot of the guys were just like bad and only wanted her for like sex and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Do you be getting on her ass for guys that she can hang out with, or is it just
no?
I mean, like, even if that's the case, it shouldn't be happening. I mean, like, just reciprocal toxicity at a certain point. It doesn't make it better.
No, she doesn't have any guy friends. Actually, she only really hangs out with like one or two girlfriends. So yeah.
And what situations are you in where it's
I
like,
don't necessarily see that as being better. Like, granted, I think a lot of men are very difficult to be friends with, but I think that, like, I don't see it as being a bad thing. I think if you're able to draw clear boundaries and like maintain meaningful bonds with people of the opposite sex, it's a very strong sort of like vote of confidence to one's ability to connect with and discern for themselves what is or isn't appropriate, you know? Like, they're able to set boundaries and like maintain open and honest communication with someone. I think it's important.
Or like, is it texting? Is it class? Is it hanging out? Like what is it usually?
Like, oh wait, can you
like what she gets on your ass about pretty woman? Is it like you like friends? It's usually friends you've already had or some shit like that, or is it you just socializing with people? Like what situations have she seen? Did she see that she was like, yo, I don't like this shit?
Yeah, it's more like the friends I already have that I explain. Like they have like boyfriends or they're not interested in me. She like understands that. It's more like when like I meet like newer people, maybe at my class or something, or at work, she gets like cautious about that. She always says like, oh, don't be like too friendly at work or school, they might fall for you or something. And I was like, I don't think that's how it works, but like, I mean, I have a lot of friends and it's like something I try to make more, but it's kind of hard to make like more friends in that sense because she's like more like watchdogging on that. But like the older people, she's like more lenient on. It's just
lenient, yo, gang,
dude. You're using a lot of terminology that seems like you're trapped a little bit. Lenient, I like allow all of these statements. I can't tell if it's because like you might be more of like a nervous person potentially, and that's why you're communicating it to us like that, but I do feel like you're in a very controlling relationship right now. And
oh yeah, I'm definitely nervous. I'm like shaking through my body because like I don't know. It's just like I'm not like looking at the chat or anything like that. I'm not doing that. It's just like I still realize I'm talking to like a big crowd, so it's kind of like
it's incredibly jarring.
I mean, you're just talking to us. But going back to your situation.
Everyone is weighing in on this, Hassan. All 30 to 40,000 people are thinking actively about this man's life. He's actually being picked apart at a rate more people are probably considering him than have over the course of his entire life.
I do feel like even the language that you're using is not very healthy. The relationship has to be healthy. It's a partnership.
God damn, every now and then, like, I just think like, man, the fuck? I'm so lucky I get to make a living doing this shit. Y'all are crazy. thinking about how, oh yeah, that was true of me until I like became a streamer, and now I've been doing this for like 4 years. You guys did that's crazy. Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Right? Hopefully,
not for all the attention. That part's kind of insane, but the fact that I get to make a living talking about shit, very dope.
A lifelong partnership. And it kind of feels like this person is putting a lot of restrictions on what you can and can't do. And that's not a healthy relationship at all. And so you got to like isolate the problem, try to identify, because it clearly is an issue because you brought it up to us.
Yeah.
And you have to communicate with her. You have to be like, listen, you know, babe, I don't know where this started. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's like something related to a past experience, but, you know, I go to an all girls school and I, you know, maybe it's long distance. Maybe that's the problem. But like, I need a healthy social life. I need to have a healthy social life. And and I think it's
completely hindering your
for me
ability
to be
to
friends
be
with
an
people
adult.
like you. We have to establish trust with one another regardless.
That's too much talking to me. Just say, get off my dick while I'm gone. That's it. Get on my fucking cock.
Or you can do that. Yeah, you
What?
can
Get
just
on my
put-
dick.
Do you feel like he is the type of person that's going to say that?
He needs to be. It's apparent
All right,
that he's
try
not.
with us. Try with us right now, okay?
Well, no, I'm gonna
say those
do it.
words. Get off my cock.
No. Get off my dick or I'm out of here.
All right, try it out.
Oh my god.
I'm here.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Get off my dick. I'm out of here.
No. Get off my dick or get off my dick or I'm out of her.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Y'all get out of my.
Do it, bud.
Get out of my dick or I'm out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how much Rage loves putting people in that position, you know?
Yeah. But in reality, it's really like, yo, baby girl, look, listen, I haven't done anything for you to feel this type of way, to make you feel like I'll do anything with a girl. I haven't done this on the third, and you're down my neck about who I can and can't hang out with, and I don't get down with that. I don't tell you who you can and can't hang out with, and it's
Also, it's like, what's the point, man? Like, what do you think you're gonna like control someone out of sleeping around or cheating on you? It's like, you should never want to do that. You should want people to show you exactly who they are. Give them all the space in the world to do it, right?
stressing me out. I want to live my life, and if you can't handle that, I'm out of her. Dead ass. I love you for you. I ain't cheating on you. I will never cheat on you, but I can't do this no more. Lock in, please.
Yeah.
And that's how
Yeah,
you move.
I totally agree with you. I'm gonna do that on Friday when she comes over, but it's not like I don't have a social life. I do talk to like both men and women that are my friends and stuff like that. It's just mostly just like
they're pretty.
like newer people that is just kind of hard, which is like it's gonna be a problem, but like, I'm gonna try to crack down on like, you know, like say my friends like, hey, you gotta allow me to like meet new people. Like, yeah, I have my old friends, but there's nothing wrong with getting like new friends. It's not like the old people don't like stop talking to me or something. They like always like want to catch up and stuff like that, you know.
Hey gang, I believe in you. You got that fire in your heart. Put your fucking foot down, look her in the
Rage
eyes.
is always great.
Tell her how you feel, gang. Dead ass. Don't run from it.
Yeah, I will. I've been
Embrace
doing
that
that. It's been working. So
Hey, say I'm him after I say you're him. You're him.
Wait, you want me to
Say,
say I am
say
or
I'm
you're
him.
Sorry.
You're him.
I'm him. Yeah.
You're him.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, you're him. Yeah.
No, you're him. Say I'm him. You're him.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm a bit slow.
get in there.
I'm him.
You're him.
Yeah, I'm him.
You're him.
I'm him.
I am him.
Yell that shit.
I am him.
You're him.
Well, the world are kind of thin here, but I'm him.
All right, brother. Good luck, gang.
Yeah, thank you.
That was great.
Yeah, I will try this advice tomorrow because she's gonna be staying for like 3
just
days,
yell at her.
so-
I am him.
Oh man.
Yeah, I will. I trust
Okay,
you.
don't yell at her.
No. Don't yell at her. Don't yell at her. Don't yell at her.
Don't yell at her.
Don't yell at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, I won't yell. That's not.
No, you good, bro.
Yeah,
Look, you good,
fine.
brother.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye,
Look,
Chad.
I know he's a great guy, bro. He's probably the nicest dude ever,
Yeah,
bro.
a little too nice.
A little too nice, bro.
Oh, yeah, you
All right,
loved
is this
him.
the last person?
Last person, brown water, she, her.
What's up? Brown
let's
Water, what's your problem? Welcome to CHADVICE.
Do you say brown water?
Wait, isn't that what you said?
I said groundwater.
Groundwater.
Groundwater. Welcome to CHADVICE with your rage.
Very different water.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Hesipo, Ragey. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Appreciate being on the broadcast.
This one's stupid.
ma'am.
Wait,
What's
but
your
she's having a
question
good
today?
time.
So
She's loose.
The girls are fighting, unfortunately.
No.
So my coworker, him is my best friend. We've been friends for about 5 years. He's married to his wife. I'm married to my wife. Together, we are all friends.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, he got into this massive argument with his wife. He texted me, as one does, and he started talking shit about the fight and his wife.
Ooh.
I also started shit talking the wife. A few days later, she sees the messages. And she's super pissed, of course. She said I was a girl's girl because I was talking shit.
I feel like the people who use the phrase like not a girl's girl in a lot of instances tend to be very much not girls and are acting in ways that I find are kind of like mean girl adjacent. You know, like I feel like the whole vernacular kind of exists in the circle of people who aren't being quote unquote girls. Like it's like almost like it feels like the like peer like woman to woman equivalent of therapy speech. It's like the language is built to suggest that you are what you are, you know, but that you are the antithesis of what you're condemning, right? But it doesn't really communicate that. You're only using it in the event that someone isn't actively on your side, you know?
About her.
No, you don't call yourself a girl's girl. You just demonstrate it by being in support of women, you know? Lady equivalent to bro code? Yeah. Like, all right, dude, guess you're not a man. Guess you're a little fucking pussy. It's like, no, dude, you just like, you gave your wife chlamydia.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait, so you were...
Like, I respect your wife a lot, and I watched you... You know, like, I don't know, man. If you disagree with it, you're not a girl's girl, you're against all women. Yeah, which is an insane kind of point of condemnation, you know?
You were talking shit. You were talking big shit. How big is the shit?
Okay.
Like, you're not excusing my bad behavior? Yeah, I mean, just generally being a, like, you know, problematic or not conscientious person.
Okay, so I don't remember. Actually, I do. I said she needs
pull up the messages.
Yeah, put the messages on, girl. You know, I know you still got it in your phone. You took them screenshots. Come on, man.
Okay. I do have it in front of me, actually.
Dude, Rage is messy, man. Look at him. Look at how excited Rage is.
Said she needs to, or sorry, quote, she needs to step her pussy up and be a good spouse.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Okay.
And like... Which, I mean, come on. I mean, it's nothing I wouldn't have said to her face. I would have said it a little nicer. Actually, no, I would not have said this to her.
Yeah, okay, good read.
Yo, she keep folding. She folds.
You keep folding every time.
She's like, let me be real for a second.
Okay.
So yeah, now it's a little awkward. She blocked me on Instagram. She didn't restrict me. She didn't mute me. She blocked me. And she told my friend, her husband, that, you know, the hangouts we do are grounded, basically.
You know what? I can't even be mad at her. And you know what's crazy? It was probably valid. Like, you probably had your reasons as to why you said she needs to step her pussy up. She probably, you know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with her pussy?
But no.
No, he's asking a good question. What is being criticized?
Well, no, it's not like literally her pussy.
No, I'm joking.
Like,
I know.
Okay.
But what was the issue, if you don't mind me asking?
She's just not, okay, she's not very nice.
Third guide. My homie.
So you guys aren't all tight. You're just
rein it in.
Tight. You and your wife are tight with the husband.
Yeah, I would say so.
But you're pretty cool with the wife too, though. Like,
Guess what the issue was? Well, I think I'll find out.
It was cool. I was
Sorry, that's okay. I forgive you, third guide, but
cool with the wife. Like, you know, we
Man.
had some beef early on. It's fine. We moved past it. And then we were friendly. We weren't close friends, but there's no beef. So it was all good.
Until she saw you.
Until yeah. So yeah, she did not like what she read. Again, understandable. She said that she was humiliated. She's humiliated that I know so much about their marriage.
but I don't get it. Are the girls friends?
That's kind of on him, no?
Look, I'm just gonna say it. I was definitely the scapegoat for the marital problems.
Yeah, it kind of feels like she's using you to unload into you.
Well, I think anytime someone thinks that if I just remove this one person from the sort of equation, then the relationship will be fine. It's like, no, why is the relationship evolving? Either why is the relationship seen as a problem to you, or why is the relationship evolving into something that you would deem problematic? You know?
To maintain the relationship a little bit, which is, I mean, sometimes you got to take an L. I mean, the relationship does matter, right? Unless it's like an irredeemable problem. Unless maybe she can't step her pussy up, you know, and then who knows? And then you have the husband as your friend forever.
Yeah, but except the friend has restrictions now. I'm sorry, Hassan. It's a little bullshit if you ask me. Like she knew what she was doing opening those messages. Well, I don't know how this even came to be, but like she knew what she was getting into.
I understand. I've been in this situation too. I'm not gonna say which character in the situation I was, but when you see,
Come on, Rage, spill it a little.
No, I've been in a situation where I've talked shit about a bad partner of a friend of mine. And let me tell you, 100% of the time, they're getting back together and she's going to see it. And then that's going to be your fucking problem.
Damn.
That no matter what.
Yeah. I guess this leads me to my question. How do I move forward in the friendship given this?
Wait, have you had a conversation with her besides her just seeing the messages?
No,
this
I'll
might
be
be
honest,
cooked.
I'm scared of her.
Oh my God.
This one might be a little cooked, man. I don't know.
She is the type. I don't know how to describe this. She's the
I don't think that this woman is friends with the other woman.
type where let's say she's at a restaurant ordering. She'll just ask really like, I don't know, can I say this, cunty? And then like she won't even realize what she said was so cunty. So she's like she's one of those
She's friends with the guy and doesn't like this girl that much.
not self-aware, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Nasty ladies, if you will.
Oh, yeah, you fucking hate this woman. Oh my God. You do not fuck with her at all.
Okay, no, hey, no. Again, she and I, we're good. It has nothing to do with me.
It doesn't
I don't
feel like y'all are good. It feels like you hate her. When she's
Oh my
like, when you guys go
God.
out on a quad
there's contempt here
date,
for
you're
sure.
like sitting there white knuckling through it. It seems.
Listen, you were genuinely just tolerating her. I don't think you
Yeah.
actually ever liked her, gang. If none of this relationship friend dynamic was a thing, if you're just a random on the street or you met at work, I don't think you'd be friends with her.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here's what you do. Okay. Here's what you do. You destroy the relationship, and now you have the man all to you and your wife. Now you guys can go out, watch movies together. Maybe you can even find like a better suitable partner for this guy. Clearly, she's not doing it.
Oh my God, Hassan.
No, these are the real plays. Your real play.
Oh, damn.
To have a conversation with her, apologize for. Yeah, you was talking shit, gang. Albeit you think it was valid or not because she's a shitty girlfriend, whatever. You was talking shit. One, you gotta apologize if she forgives you and quote unquote lets her husband hang out with you. Then it is what it is. Or she might just say fuck it, and now it's up to the boyfriend or the husband to do what it do.
I hope you don't mind me asking. It's just purely platonic, right? There's no There's nothing else out there. Like, is she jealous? Maybe is that a thing?
Okay.
Hook up? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Here's
you can't be living out with poor pieces of the puzzle.
What are you? Okay, what are you about to say? Go ahead. You have the floor.
I'm just gonna say, compared to her, I'm a real fun friend.
Okay. Ah, man, rare instance where like it might be. Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
What do you mean by that?
Wait.
So she is a tried and true wife. Okay, she handles business, all respect here. She handles her wife business, but like you can't be having 100% fun with wives. You have to. It's hard to be like,
I just feel like men are dating and marrying women they don't fuck with, man. Like, what do you mean? Why can't you have the fun you want to have with your wife?
Go on.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Elaborate on reveal what you're gonna say.
I'm sorry, I don't even know where I'm going with this. What I'm trying to say is there is some jealousy because. Okay, no, I can't say what I was about to say.
Come on!
You have to say it.
Come on, go water!
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I support her man better than she does when it comes to his interests and hobbies.
Okay. Oh, well, that could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, where are you going?
You play
with
Marvel
this?
Rivals with the nigga on the weekends or what?
No, because like he's into professional wrestling, he's into fingerboarding. You familiar?
Are you dating a 6th grader? What do you mean? He likes tech decks in WWE? Wait, that's crazy. Is that what that means?
With those communities, they're very
wait. So y'all be sparring and wrestling and
look. By the way, I still like the video games I did in the 6th grade.
Fingerboarding, it's tech deck, right? Are you talking about tech deck?
Yeah, I am. Well, I mean, it's more than just tech deck, but yes.
Wait.
Yeah, fingerboarding is like...
Yeah, it's not just tech deck. Tech deck is just one dominant company in otherwise relatively spare space.
Yeah. Ollies and shit.
No. Both of you listen to me. You got to get into it. It's coming back.
Is it rude if I ask what your sexuality is?
Yeah, I'm a lesbian.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
Shit, I mean, you sound like a cool ass friend to me, shit.
Look. Okay, I'm not even trying to create beef, okay? I'm just like being a friend, and I feel like sometimes it's threatening to this wife because she is not as fun as I am.
She's not. She doesn't have the fingers, the powerful fingerboarding skills.
Yeah, like she doesn't know how to. She can't ollie. She can't do.
That's lame. Yeah, you got to at least be able to kick flip.
I can't even kick.
So you're saying he's dating a lame ass bitch?
Again, she handles business. She brings home monies. She is a great mother. Okay, I support this wife.
Oh, they got a kid. Oh
shit.
Okay, you can't.
Yo.
No, you have to.
You have to try to patch it up, yo. They're not divorcing or like.
They're not divorcing over fingerboarding.
Yeah, bro.
Like that's crazy.
Okay. All right. So what you're telling me is I just need to take the L.
Yeah, for sure. But it's a good thing because
I mean, like, if she's gay, I don't know. Yeah, she does. I mean, like, if you're sowing discord in the marriage and they're like staying together, they have a kid, he's generally happy, but
betterment of your.
I think that being more amicable with the wife is the only way forward if you wanted to do it. You'd have to like really meet her where she is.
Friendship.
Yeah, for your friendship and for the child, right? Like you don't want to.
Things change when kids get in the mix. 100%.
He kind of let you. He kind of hung you out to dry in this situation is because he's like obviously the highest priority here is to maintain this relationship.
Absolutely.
And you're being a homie. You're being a W friend by kind of letting him drop this on you. And then I think slowly but surely, after a little bit of time has passed between this incident. Eventually you guys get back together as a quad and you don't think so? I was gonna say like you can mend that relationship again, but you're gonna have to take it.
I feel like they're never gonna be the same again, but I feel like
I mean, it's probably just that like a lot of people, they start to lean into domesticity a little more, and the elements of themselves that, let's say, like you kind of like became friends with start to dwindle. It's not that he's not being himself, it's that those elements of himself aren't as important in the face of his other priorities.
It could be to the point where the wife is cool with them still being cool. I don't think the quads. It's just,
Don't insult your wife's spouse unless you're, well, especially when they have a kid. I mean, it's one thing to like be like, hey, I don't fuck with your girlfriend, but like, you know, there's a committed trajectory there. It's not abuse. I don't know. It's like you just don't like her. You think that she's stiff.
I feel like it's forever gonna be a little bit awkward, a little bit.
She's talking about sex, bro. No, she's not, dude. Chatters, you guys are
100% lesbian, right?
Oh my.
You're
He's sabotaging her.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. The wife is doing something. The wife threw an EMP at her shit. Wife EMP gang. GG.
Hello, can you hear us?
Uh-oh. Yo, they got her.
That's crazy.
Yo, they got her, bro.
Yeah, you gotta say 10 Israel highs. I love it.
Got her. Oh, she got this.
Oh, she's back. Hello.
I dragged her back in.
It's the Mossad.
The Mossad's got her shit.
Mossad. That's so funny. You say
Yo, it.
Mossad. Hello, can you hear us?
I ain't gonna lie though. She got her answer though. She don't.
I like her vibes.
I like the way. Yo, I like the way
she seems cool.
She talk.
Yeah,
that shit fire. I ain't gonna lie. She seemed like a fun friend.
Why are you hitting him? Like,
why? Huh?
Why do you always do that?
What?
You know.
Okay.
I don't know. She like a fun friend.
Is this?
I fuck with fingerboarding this shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You found out what it was today.
I don't know what you mean when you say it like that. It almost feels like you're talking about something different.
I like fingerboarding, bro.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
You know what I'm saying?
You're still doing it. You're like.
I like that shit, and I love wrestling. Love wrestling.
She did kind of set that up crazy.
Like, come on, wrestling and fingerboarding, bro. You could have had said any other thing.
She was definitely not talking about tech deck, bro.
Yeah.
No, she was talking about tech deck. All right, that was the last.
He knows what she's really meant. I don't think that's the case, man. It sounds like she's just a gay woman who's not particularly connecting with the individual that her best friend has gone on to marry, you know? And life changes, you pick a spouse, you settle into a more domestic rhythm of life, you have a kid. I mean, the things that you enjoyed, your hobbies, they get deprioritized, you know? And so to you, maybe you're watching someone make enormous sacrifice because you don't value having a child or a marriage. Or maybe that's an experience that he wants to prioritize, you know? It's your prerogative to determine what it is you dedicate, your life to. And there are going to be elements of the self that are made, a casualty of that kind of process of refinement, you know?
Person, right?
I think that was the last